Conscripted by a secret organization, a group of strangers is loaded into experimental metapods, hurtling their souls across dimensions and into unsuspecting avatars. With each trip across reality, these newly minted metapilots gain access to unique powers and abilities, slowly transforming them into true masters of the Metaverse.
Hey everyone, it's Meta Monday! Welcome to another episode of Masters of the Metaverse here on the Zombie Orpheus Entertainment channel on Twitch. I am your host and GM, James Durham. Joining me in the studio today, I have Christian Doyle, Helen Roundhill, and Mark Thomason.
Hiya!
We got Leo back on tech. Hi, Leo.
Hey.
Leo.
What is Masters of the Metaverse? Like, it's only the most interactive live stream RPG on the planet. You can check out our store right now to see how you can influence every bit of today's action, from trolling them to helping them out, and they could really use your help, I promise. We also have our wonderful Patreon polls that allow people to affect our story every single week. And I have the results of those polls if you guys would like to hear them.
Of course.
Yes.
Always.
All right, Mark, this week you get plus 40 health and plus 8 to a roll.
Ooh, nice.
Helen, this week you get plus 30 health and plus 9 to a roll.
Plus 9?
Christian, you get plus 50 health and plus 9 to a roll.
Oh, I'm going to need the extra health. It's okay.
And I'm going to get plus 20 and plus 3 to a roll. A little disparate numbers there, but I expect that. Oh, and speaking of Patreon, I've got some very special backers I'd like to thank.
What is Christian's channel?
John Kozlowski, thank you. Kyle Kilgore, thank you. And Leslie Sedla, thank you.
Thank you.
Without all of you,
Thank you, Leslie.
all of our wonderful viewers supporting us, that there would be no way we could have all these shows, and we really do like doing them, and we want to do more and bring you even more entertaining and fun things. And as you can see by my lovely cast dressed at the table today, we've got some fun stuff planned for you. I'm sure you're wondering exactly what's going on, and so we'll get right into it. Last time on Masters of the Metaverse, our pilots once more drove off the invading forces of Metaverse 742 from yet another staging area for invading their home metaverse of Prime. This week we're going to travel to an entirely new metaverse, where the invasion has just begun. The year is 1963. The Cold War is in full swing, the hippie movement has just begun, and Dr. Martin Luther King is preparing to give a speech on a dream in Washington. Rock and roll has taken center stage in entertainment, but none of this is what we're here for today. Hours ago, the criminal mastermind, Baron Bod, captured his longtime nemesis, XX agent Jane Blonde. Things were going exactly according to plan. This time, just like the last 6 times. Sending out the seductive and charming Dick Ramsbottom to sway Agent Blonde and distract her had failed, just as he suspected that it would. With Ramsbottom falling to the wiles of the veteran XX agent, just as all those before him had. But the Baron had planned for this. This time, there would be no escape for Agent Blonde. His private island has been undergoing preparations for months in anticipation of this day. The day when Bod will finally get the upper hand against his longtime adversary. But then things went horribly, horribly wrong. Just as Blonde fell into his trap, the other members of Disciples for Independent Eagle, surprised him and turned on him. Even his longtime trusted henchman, number 2.
No! Oh, that piece of shit.
Imprisoning him alongside Agent Blonde and Dick Ramsbottom in the subterranean prison of his island. An island with a dark and sinister secret. And as we jump into this metaverse, let's system shock you guys right from the start.
Oh, good. We love that.
We're going to start on your end and put you full avatar, Mr. Doyle.
The A is for
Oh, other side.
The other side.
The A is for
The A is for
other
pie.
side.
The A is for pie. Wait.
Oops.
Spelling is hard.
And you are also going to be in full avatar.
Oh,
Olga.
Oh, that should make things interesting to start with.
And to make it even more interesting, you're going to be in full pilot over there.
Oh, God.
All set.
The cells you're in are much like jail cells. Each of you in your own individual cell, but you can see the others through the bars. There are a dozen cells down here. No visible air ducts, and there are no facilities, no sink, no toilet. You are expected to die a long, horrible, agonizing death.
And very smelly. Which...
There's a single heavy
I don't
steel door
dignify.
here as the only exit from this room. 3 of the other cells contain the rotting corpses of henchmen who displeased the Baron.
Well, I mean, they should have been more polite or better at their jobs or something. That's all I'm saying.
So good at their jobs that you're stuck with us.
So, this has been a strange turn of events for me. I didn't expect things to go the way they did, but here we all are. So, you know, best make the best of a bad situation. Who would like to fight to the death right now? Oh, me? Is it just me?
I think it might be. I'd rather play Pinochle.
Oh yeah,
With an
you
eight
always say that,
in
and
the dark.
then I'm stabbed in the eye, or you cut off my arm with a helicopter blade, or something terrible
Was it
like
a
that.
helicopter blade? Oh, I thought it was a machete. Oh, that must have been a different time.
No, the machete was the hand.
Right.
That got reattached, luckily, thank you to my genius. This one didn't turn out so good, thanks to you.
You're welcome. It's an upgrade, I should think.
I can't believe they were fine, and then all of a sudden, boom, there I am, getting manhandled by number 2.
Yeah.
That came out the wrong way, and I apologize for that. That was wrong. Sorry.
I'm sure your people would never turn on you. Oh, wait, no, sorry, they already have.
Oh.
Did you offer them any benefits, say?
They have full,
Comprehensive healthcare?
They have full dental, and the
Full
thing that
dental?
yes, and the thing that
I
I
don't
just
even have full
invented 3
dental.
weeks ago called 400K. I think it's going to be amazing in the future. I'm not saying that they won't
So you
require some
really must
retooling
have
at
been
some
an
point.
absolute bastard for them to turn on you with all of the benefits that they've already given
Everything
you.
was going well. I hadn't killed any henchmen in 3 weeks. I thought morale was way up. We have a little chart with little smiley faces to indicate the henchman's happiness.
I see.
And it was all the way near the top.
Haven't killed anyone in 24 hours. You got 25 now.
No, I killed that CIA agent that would help you get to island. Remember with the
So we're restarting the count. I'm sure that...
robot shark,
Yes.
but that was one of your guys, not one of my guys. That should not have been a thing. Like, we should have been like, hey, everybody's even happier now. We killed one of Jane Blonde's, special friends.
Is it possible that maybe they grew a conscience?
You realize that they work for a man named Baron Bad, right? I mean, growing a conscience, I can usually overcome that with just large amounts of money. Ramsbottom, why are you just staring at me like that? You look like you're looking at me like you should be looking at her. That is what I pay you for. I understand, very handsome, don't get me wrong, but you are on my shit list right now, man. Let me tell you, buddy boy.
Shouldn't we be trying to find a way out of here?
Well, of course we should be trying to find a way out of here.
But
There's no toilet.
nobody
What kind of a
escapes without
madman
witty
puts no toilet in a
repartee.
cell? I mean, other than me, this one time, that was really a bad oversight on my part. Civil engineering, not my strong suit. Death rays, more so.
You've no idea of a sneaky way out of this. It is your, after all, your.
Oh,
So-
yeah, sure. I mean, I admit I did design every terrible death trap that is in this place. But even if we do escape, we have to get through all of those. So what's the point? We should wait to die. That being said, I also don't really want to poop in front of you. So, perhaps escape is our best bet.
The feeling is mutual.
I'm not sure that's true.
I am into some very specific things, but they're
So,
usually your
like-
henchmen.
So, like, I'm saying, if it were you, how would you get out of here? I mean, you have literally escaped every trap I have ever put you in and somehow turned it around on me. So I am the one who suffers and you are the one who walks away smelling like not poop.
Roses, I think, is what you're looking for.
Yes, also
And Chanel number
those. But ever since you cut off my nose 3 years ago, I haven't had no sense of smell. So poop, roses, all the same to me now. Thanks for that, by the way. Not bitter, just saying.
I don't like to reveal all of my secrets.
Well, as you know, I do. I have a bit of a problem. Every time I'm about to really take over the world, I have to tell you every little detail of my... I don't know why I do that. You know, I think it comes down to my parents raising me the way they did, which is to say, you know, leaving me on a street corner to be raised by a thieves guild,
Oh, that's terrible.
which then trained me to be an assassin, and then I went to MIT, and then I found out I was a baron, which was great, you know, because then, hey, free castle, right? You know?
And how did that make you feel?
You know, it made me feel like I should be in charge of things, and I still maintain that I should.
Does that feel like maybe some misplaced sense of, well...
While this is going on, I start investigating the surroundings, looking for ways out, looking for what kind of traps there are.
And
Oh, look at that.
while
Ram's
he
bottom
is
being
talking-
remarkably attentive. Didn't notice the roofie in his drink when he tried to seduce Blonde, but still.
It's a pretty typical jail-type cell, you know, metal bars. No
While
real accommodations.
You think I
he
would have put a
is
hole in
yammering
the
on,
floor?
I am
Bucket.
playing with my watch.
Excuse me, go ahead. What was that?
While he is yammering on, I will be playing with my watch to see if I can get the welding laser torch to work
Okay.
on the bars. Oh yes, I have a... Cover your ears.
Of course.
No.
Why do I never take her watch? It doesn't even make any sense.
I have to be honest, Baron, I'm quite a bit angry. But I'm going to put that aside for now because rage is counterproductive. Unless it's sending a DHL package to some Bolivians. Hashtag crash buff.
Thank you, chat.
I didn't mean to make anyone mad.
Like mad angry or mad crazy.
Yes, both of those things for sure. Is it hot in here or is it just me? Oh, it's because my servos are overheating, because my batteries are running low, because my arm runs on one of those.
What kind of lock
Thank you
mechanism
so
are the
much.
bars? Like, what's the...
To your eyes, it's a fairly old-style lock. You know, you're thinking 60s construction, like 1960s.
Also,
I'm thinking as far as like the latching mechanism, like if I pull the bars and bend them a little bit, am I gonna be able to like get past the latch?
You might be able to do that.
I'm gonna attempt that.
Also, can we talk about how my henchman tortured you for like 3.5 hours and your hair still looks that good? That's upsetting. My men weren't doing their job from the very beginning. I should have expected the betrayal. I would hope at least a little mussy, you know?
Roll
Because your
athletics,
makeup still
please.
looks good too, not a mark on you.
Just say made in England.
Dick Ramsbottom begins bending the bars of his cell.
Oh, hey, that's good thinking, Dick. Maybe. Oh, shit, it's working. That's cool.
Well
It's a
done,
pretty
Dick.
solid opening, yeah. Okay. You think you could probably just push the door down?
Dick, if I would have known you could do that, I would have hired you for something other than shagging good guys. That's. Wow.
Got many talents.
And the
Wow.
strength extends all over.
Wow. I see what you did there. That was innuendo for the time that you two did the dirty deed, which I am still not sure what it is, but
Please, don't disillusion him. He still thinks it was beautiful.
is that true, Dick? You know she used you, right?
I think he liked it.
We're all using each other.
Oh, wow, that got way kinkier, but at least I'm involved this time. That's pretty cool.
Oh, not again.
No, that's the way this goes.
So, doors open. Shall
On
we?
your cell.
Oh, your
We're
cell.
in separate
Every person's
cells.
their own individual
I have,
cell.
however, I've been using my laser torch on
Can I get a
my
covert
door.
ops on
Yeah.
that roll?
Oh, surprisingly.
I can tell Crash is in there somewhere, right?
He's definitely in there
I'm gonna
somewhere.
go
Ooh,
try open the bars to his cell so that she's got it under control.
Quite difficult to roll with these on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Two real hands. That must be nice.
I'm gonna beat that by 8. And yes.
Are you cutting bars? Are you trying to cut the locking mechanism? What is it you're trying to cut with those?
I think I'm trying to cut around the lock.
The lock?
Yeah.
Okay. You are able to cut free where the lock is, and the door swings open. Meanwhile, Dick Ramsbottom, what was your athletics roll on the second one?
Beat it by 13.
Quite easily bends open the bars on the Baron's cell, freeing him as well.
Hey, Dickie, help a brother out, you know?
Let's go.
Maybe
You have
get
the
me out of
opportunity.
here and I will
We could
maybe
have left
scratch
him
your
here.
back with the claw, little, you know.
We need all the help we can get.
Hi. Dick, are you coming?
Let's go.
There is a single heavy steel
Wait,
door
am I
between
really
the
the
exits.
only one who just heard Dick? Am I coming? Am I the only one? Is it just me? You too. Oh man, get a room or another cell or something, but let me out of this one first if you don't mind.
I did.
You did.
I probably did.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Super Dick. That's with the you have been hiding that from me for years. If number 2 would have tried to hide that from me too. God. Oh, it's been a day, I tell you what. So, death traps are this way.
There is but a single
Lead the
steel
way,
door.
boss.
That's the only exit.
Let's see here. This door looks pretty not foreboding, which means I probably put like laser spikes in it or something. That sounds like something I would do. I'm kind of a dick, as it turns out.
I suggest then that you go first.
I start checking the door.
It's a pretty stout steel door. Does not seem to be locked.
All right, I'm going to open it.
The far side of the door is a very large room, completely floor to ceiling. Mirrors.
Mirrors.
Floors, polished mirror. The walls, polished
Oh,
mirror.
God
the
damn it.
ceiling, polished mirror.
Whatever did you get up to in there?
No, I went through a mirror phase. A lot of it had to do with lasers and things.
I
And, you know,
see.
this is probably a very bad room. I'm just going to come out and say
And
it.
here I just thought that you were a chronic narcissist. It's all right.
How is someone with this many scars and a robot arm a narcissist?
Well, you won't shut up about it, so I assumed
I'm just
you
saying,
liked it.
I'm much less than I used to be because of you. If anything, I'm a vengeful sadist. Just saying. Oh, but I do think I'm great. I could be. I mean, I am pretty great. You know, you may be right the first time about the narcissism thing. I think
There's
that
so
might
much
be.
self-reflection.
Yeah.
So in the interest of diminishing the further etching of images on Bruno's psyche, #personality 1 to pilot for each Crash and Andi.
All right, move over one for both of you. Thank you, chat.
Crash and Dandy.
I like that.
I like Crash and Dandy.
I like that very much.
Just think, if they ever shipped us, we could be candy. Sweet, sweet candy.
I think it'd be Crandy. It's not
Crandy?
quite the same.
Well, I mean, it's a little tartar sounding.
And I'm a little tartar.
You and me both, lady.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, there is that song. I like Crash and Andy.
Oh my. So there's lasers in the room.
There's
Yeah.
mirrors, it looks like.
Hold on. Everything's coming to the forefront now. Okay. Hey, before we go any further down this death trap place, I just want to say, we're cool. Okay? Like, we cool.
Because I'm a mean, horrible, terrible, no good, very bad person. Let's remove some brain to mouth filters. Hashtag personality Bruno 1 toward avatar.
Oh, no.
There we
Oh,
go.
no!
And that is how it's done, ladies and gentlemen.
Just one. Alright.
We will be good, Baron Bad, when you surrender yourself to Her Majesty's.
I officially
Hey.
surrender myself to Her Majesty's whatever she wants, okay?
Suddenly, I don't believe you.
That's because I'm a pathological liar. I wouldn't trust me either. But hey, babe, it's me. Your old pal. Your good buddy.
We have had a fun little tussle or two.
I think I remember things differently than you, and that's okay. All right. Well, it's time to escape this terrible place that some asshole made, that asshole being me. And hope we can get through, you know?
Would you like a hand?
Oh, wow. Man,
You have
I
to
know
be-
you are a class 5 pilot, but you are a class C word, you know? Okay. That's okay.
The problem is I'm proud of it.
That's okay. I'm a class A hole. Oh, don't look at me like that. Stop being a class B itch.
The whole alphabet. A, B, and C.
That's right. The only 3 letters that matter. Okay.
But we
So,
still have D for dick.
what? See, this is why you have this job. You're just too good at this. So, mirror room. Mirror room. Okay.
Couldn't we just break the mirrors?
Oh, fuck. Probably.
Well, excellent.
Anything around we can pick up to like throw at mirrors?
Not particularly.
Well, we have him. We could throw him.
No, you literally can't.
Is the arm detachable? Can we
What the hell
just
did you
asking?
just say to me?
Just asking.
What? You think I would give up this great piece of technology that I can almost control without using my other arm?
Just a thought.
Oh, if the battery dies, what good is it to you? You could lose the
Well,
dead
for
weight.
one, I want to look like, I don't know, circus freak. I'll have 2 arms. The symmetry is very important
Yes,
to
I
people.
think it's the
You
arm
would be
that
surprised the
keeps you
kind
from
of
looking
attention
like a
you will
circus
get if
freak.
you have 1 arm and you're walking around. I don't want people handing me dollars on the street. That's terrible. Okay. Mirror room. My idea is that I get down very low and crawl to the other end. What do you think?
Boss, you're the one who knows what where the lasers are set up. Or how
Don't
the
No, I
mirrors
try
don't
to
think
seduce
he
me,
does.
Ramsbottom. It only works twice. I feel like I've said too much. I'm going to crawl.
I think you need.
As you enter the room and begin crawling across the floor, you can feel every so often a pressure plate give way on the floor.
That's probably nothing.
And each time he does this, a small hatch opens in one of the walls, and a laser bolt flies out, bouncing around the room and off of the other mirrors.
That was.
This seems like I have made a mistake.
And several of them come very close to hitting the target,
Oh, boy.
but not one actually hits before the energy dissipates. You crawled about 10 yards into the room.
Whoa.
Oh, only 10.
So thanks for that meta point, guys. Otherwise, I would be very perforated with lasers right now. Needed some of that Crash Jackson parkour skill to get through. See, no problem. Everything, they're still going. Look at that.
I'm going to press another button on my watch and play circus music.
Why do you have? Why is that even a feature? Is that just to make fun of me?
Oh, I found that it's been the most effective weapon.
You're so mean. Well, I'm gonna see if I can turn things off from this side so you don't get shot with lasers. Why am I doing this? I don't know.
You continue crawling across
Because
the room.
we're good, remember?
Right, I am very good.
And again, more laser bolts fire from little concealed hatches that immediately close up and bounce all over the room, and not one manages to hit again.
That didn't work, but now we have way more lasers to deal with, so that's something.
But you are now all the way across the room.
I mean, I'm good. Now you have to come. Oh, man, I just did it again.
You sure did.
Can't you turn it off from the other side?
Oh, maybe.
Floor to ceiling mirrors. There doesn't seem to be anything different.
Oh, no, I think I got this. Okay, when I say go, run. And I'm going to pry up one of the mirror panels.
Okay.
And do some calculations with my weapons science skill. Because that looks like it's handy. And basically make the lasers so they kind of go in a circle. And you can,
Gotcha.
like a hula hoop that they can just kind of go through without getting shot.
All right, I will take a weapons
just
science
skip.
roll, and then I will need athletics rolls from the two individuals trying to make it through without it.
Kenza.
Oh, well, I still made it. That's lucky. Because it didn't roll great. But I'm really good at that weapon science skill.
Yeah, I'm sorry, is that athletics?
Mhm.
I'm gonna beat that bitch.
Yeah, you are.
5.
More than good enough. You are able to make it through the essentially giant hoop of lasers that the Baron has created. And you're on the far side of the room. But again, it's other than the panel on the floor that he has ripped up and it's concrete underneath there, it is just floor to ceiling mirrors.
You have to admit it's pretty nefarious, right?
I am an expert in all luxury items, and I would imagine that a floor-to-ceiling room of mirrors might be considered a luxury item. So I am going to inspect the mirrors on the far side and see if there is one that looks like perhaps
Will you make a notice check?
I would love to. Except I don't have notice. Oh, except that I have 10 on any skill I don't have. Oh,
I
notice is
believe you do
16.
have
Sorry,
notice.
you're right.
Yeah.
I'm going to beat that by 8.
You got by 8. You find a secret panel concealed in the far wall, which opens into a hallway. It's about 15 feet long, and there is another heavy steel door at the end of the hallway.
Very good. Well, the Baron took the first door. Dick, you're up.
So I did.
So, Baron, what's down this hallway?
Oh my god, you just said Dick, you're up. You just said Dick, you're up.
Yes, it's his turn.
You guys always talk like this. I don't even get it, but god damn, it's good. You guys could be professional joke writers on, one of the greats like Burns and Allen, or that other guy with all the chins.
In Her Majesty's service, I haven't much time for entertainment.
Right. Yes. Yes, Smothers Brothers. That's perfect. Those guys are good. Laura and Hardy both old right now, so no, not so much.
So, Baron, what's down this hall? We don't have to be concerned
yes,
with.
this hall. I should look.
Again, it's 15-foot long hallway ending in a steel door.
Looks
Very
like
similar to the last steel door.
looks like another hallway.
Are there traps?
Oh, almost certainly.
Yes, and what sort of trap might we be looking
I
for,
used to
Baron?
brag that I had traps in every square foot of this place.
Yes, and I believe it. So,
Perhaps inform us as to the nature of said traps.
Yes. I'm going to say some kind of a death trap. Or, if I was feeling saucy the day I invented it, perhaps only a pain trap.
Perhaps we could get a little into
Suffering
the
time.
specifics of the type of death.
You get the strong feeling that the Baron doesn't really handle the direct minutia of his
He has
constructions.
no idea.
Yeah, I didn't.
Did you maybe misspeak one day and it's a death trap instead? It only works if you can't hear?
Oh, no. Do you
What
remember
makes you-
my
What
old
makes you
my
tough?
old helicopter pilot that tried to murder you with the rocket launcher,
Oh,
Ben?
dude. What was his name?
Ben Dover,
Alright.
you know.
Bend over, I do remember.
Okay,
you.
so him,
20
Oh,
feet.
what a sweet
Yeah,
man.
he
They start
actually-
going up,
Really knew
Bruno
how
takes
to
off
do
he,
at a
he
full
was
run
also
down
very
the
hard of hearing.
All right, that's 15 feet to a steel door.
The kind
You
of
gonna hit the
mistake
steel
he
door?
would have
with,
made.
with both feet.
Okay.
Really knew how to take a punch.
Ooh. Only beat it by 2.
That is still enough. You leap through the air, hit the steel door, and blow it completely off its hinges, falling through into a room of pitch blackness, and then you're in water.
Cool.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, shark room.
Come up and say this.
I remember now!
Oh, for heaven's sake. Are you telling me that that room is full of sharks?
Not full. I mean, there's water in there. The water is full of
How
sharks,
many
certainly. But,
sharks?
I have a lot of sharks. And
Yes,
I like to
understand. How
spread
many
them
in
out.
this
They're
particular wing?
like, I have a room that's just like one shark swinging from
Do
a
you
chain.
say, watch out, you are finished?
No,
No.
no, of all the, like, I know you deal with a lot of villainous types, but I'm not the pun one.
I've noticed.
There's definitely something in the water with you.
Okay, as I am treading water at this point, was there a drop from the
wait.
door?
Oh,
It was,
shit.
like, right on the other side of the door, like doorway, water.
So I can literally just pull myself up onto
Yes.
the... I do so.
All right, you pull yourself in there. Something bumped your foot just before you got out.
What if that's not the shark, and what if that's the electropus? Probably nothing. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, guy.
You're trying to tell me that Dick is stuck with the Electropus?
Yes, what's weird about that?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
You're good to go, homie. Wait. Anyway. I don't even know what good to go, homie means, but I said it, so, I'm sticking by it. Apparently, I invent words now.
I have a feeling homie's going to catch on eventually.
So, how's the water?
Cold. And there's something in it.
Oh no, Dick, you're wet.
Indeed.
Wow, you guys just keep doing it. You don't, without prompting or anything. Like, we're not having a contest to see who can make the most penis jokes.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
And if we are, I would like to take
Not
part.
everything is about a dick measuring contest.
Ah, right. That will save probably for the dick measuring death trap room. It's really just a series of urinals with rulers on the side. It never really caught on with most of the guys. I mean, Moose really liked it, but he rarely peed with other people. I seem to have you at a loss for words, Miss Blonde. Oh, that was I was saving that for when I had you gagged and tied up. Shit, I said it too early.
Me too.
You were dreaming about being gagged and tied up. Well.
Oh! Wow, Dick, you didn't really need to stoop so low. Oh my goodness, that's also what she said. I had no...
It's alright.
So about the sharks? Are they sharks?
It could be sharks, it could be the electropus, it could be a sharktopus. I don't know. I make a lot of things, man.
Couldn't be.
What do the teeth feel like?
Can I see anything
No,
into this
no.
room
It's
with the
pitch black.
with the door knocked in from the light from this hallway?
Yeah, it's pitch black. And
Do we have a flashlight anywhere?
Oh, that That's what I forgot. The flashlight.
Can I just assume that I can make light from my watch as well?
Well, you have a little bit of light from the torch, but it's not much. And it will go out when you get into the water.
I'm going to use my robot eye with the night vision. I only have it in the one, and the depth perception is not super great, and everything looks like 80s computer, but it should be okay. Just green lines.
Remind me how you got the robot eye?
Oh, that's because you poked it out with a grapefruit spoon.
Oh, of course.
No big deal.
That was when we were having breakfast.
Right, at the same restaurant across the room from each other, and then you got up and paid your check and threw a fucking grapefruit spoon at me from across the room.
Well, when you explained
Just to let me know that you were there. And then after that, I couldn't see. So, wow, I hate you.
I'm just slowly dismantling him over the years, one body part at a time.
Well, let's see. We've met 5 times, and I'm missing 5 body parts. So I'm going to say, yeah.
Interesting strategy.
You're very vindictive. I did one. Is it good?
Oh, no. That
Very
gives me very good ideas of what we should do
Very
this go
smooth,
around,
boss.
don't you think?
Well, sorry, your accent is so thick, sometimes I can't understand all of the words you are saying. Yeah, may have cracked myself up a little there.
You have a very terrible depth perception with the eye, but you can see it's about twice the length of an Olympic swimming pool. There is no other ledges, but a steel door at the far side of the pool, kind of out of the water. And there's sharks, about a dozen of them, large bull sharks swimming in the water. You have a vague recollection of putting them in this room.
Oh, hey, no worries, man. They're just regular sharks.
You did dose them with something.
Oh, yeah, they might be kind of roided up.
Hearing a small voice in my head.
That's
that
right, I
says
got them all addicted to meth.
That I should ride one? No, that's a terrible idea. Ride a shark, no. But if I did, theoretically, could you take me from one side of the pool to the other?
Maybe. I've got the claw hand right. We need to get to the armory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again.
Armory? Because of myself.
Yes, it's where I literally keep all of my arms.
Oh, well, that's
Interchangeable.
far less exciting when my pun isn't really a pun, it's just
That's
stating
literally what did you think I kept in the armory?
weapons, I thought.
Well, and most of the arms are weapons, but I also have weapons in the leggery and the headery, so I don't.
So when you hit the head, just indulge me, do you sometimes get that confused with hit the head and hit the headery?
Well, no, because I don't have a maritime or nautical background of any kind. So when I hit the head, I'm usually hitting someone in the head.
It's a shame.
In my country, we say commode or shitter.
It's a beautiful language.
It really is. Also, I'm not exactly sure what the fuck country I'm from. Just thought that, I may be a baron, but
secretly all this time you've had a Brooklyn accent.
No, the truth be told, I'm from South Carolina. But, it's a very backwater Eastern European community, and all of them just have shitty accents and no real language.
Ah, little Ukraine! I've been there on assignment. Ran through the streets, good. Anyway, we ran into a fruit stand. It was not important. You didn't happen to be there, did you?
Hold on, chat is saying that my country has all of these names that have derogatory terms for people, mostly in Yiddish.
Oh God, Charlottesville.
But Charlottesville wins. Okay.
Baron of Charlottesville.
It's not as nice as Charlotte. That's what the sign says. Charlottesville, not as nice as Charlotte.
So, about the sharks.
Oh yeah, get out of the fucking water, man, like as fast as you can. Those guys got to be hungry. I got them all jacked up on steroids and they haven't eaten anything in days.
So how are we going to get across the water to the other side?
I usually
Jump
just
from
stack it up
shop
with
to
minions
shop.
and skip across them, but all fresh out of the minions.
Well, I've got 2.
If I had my grappling hook arm, I could just pull us across. But no! Too far away from my armory. You have an idea?
2. But it's no.
I feel like I'm being stupid.
What are you thinking, Jane?
Well, it's a very nice watch, and I do so like it, and it was custom made for me, but it does self-destruct, and I imagine if I threw a bomb into a shark tank, that might possibly concuss the sharks.
Oh yeah, that's how we go fishing in Charlottesville.
True story.
Is there anything in the room that I can make out above the water?
Smooth concrete walls.
No friction. That's why you can't climb them.
And how far across did you say it was?
About 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools.
In length, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long way.
It is, yeah. It's a big room.
I don't want to mess my hair.
What if we get them to come to the top and we just run across them like they were minions?
Absolutely, I'm 100% behind
Sounds like a
that.
plan. Do you have any idea how to get them to come to the top and stay there?
Well, I don't think these are the remote controlled sharks like I usually do, but those would be in the earlier rooms. If they're jacked up on something, I would have, made them think they could get more of whatever I was dosing them with if they wanted it. So, let's get you out of the water.
He's already climbed out.
So you're...
Feeding time! Come and get it! Chow's on! Blonde's here! Just like go through all of my possible command words. Lady in the water!
In less than a minute, all of the sharks congregated.
Oh,
right
hi,
in the
little
opening.
guys. How are you? You look great. Oh, these are definitely
Do
the
they
steroid
have
sharks.
names?
You can tell because that one has a tattoo of mom.
Mark!
Wow.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
not wrong, but wow.
Yeah, no. Dick is soaking wet.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
So
So,
sharks.
let me see here. I'm just gonna put my arm in here and see if maybe they just want to be petted.
A set of jaws clamps on.
No,
the
they're
other
definitely hungry sharks. No
For
question
heaven's
there.
sake, half a dozen? Is it half a dozen?
There are 12 of them.
There
They're
is a-
10 feet long.
They're a full dozen, definitely.
Full dozen.
Oh wait, water though. Hey, can I see your watch? Just let me touch it a little bit. Just gonna Shazam.
You electrocute the hell out of that shark. It lets go and swims off at a rapid speed.
Right.
Oh yeah, they hate that.
I didn't realize that I had a electric.
Zeus powers. Hey.
That's right. That's right.
Just need a
Your
little.
watch has stopped ticking though.
Oh,
I
fuck's
totally
sake.
drained the battery. Don't worry, I can fill it back up if we get someplace with more electricity. Which is probably on the other side of that door.
Fine.
So it looks like we're all swimming.
Well, you'll speak for yourself. I'm gonna jump across.
And I will attempt to ride a shark across because why the fuck not?
I hope this works. I want to provide some #clarity in hopes that eventually I can find some myself.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ellen. So I'm gonna use the big dice because I'm not going to use my own athletic skill. Not that it's terrible, it's just very bad.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, don't. I mean, it's double digits. I'm doing pretty good, but it's like the first double digits, so maybe not.
And you're measuring that by
You know,
centimeters?
well, for me, this is 6 inches. So,
I see.
Oh, that's a 1. So 8. I beat it by 12. Doing good.
You do quite the leap. It is not quite 2 Olympic swimming pools, mostly because you hit the ceiling on the arc of the jump and then kind of splash down about halfway across the pool. It's a little painful.
I bumped my head. Oh no, what if it leaves a scar?
And you were going to attempt to ride a shark? Is that's what I got?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm going to take off my belt and loop it in its jaws and ride it to freedom.
Okay, so one person jumping the shark, the other one riding the shark.
Just
what do you want
wanted
me
to make
roll
sure
then?
you knew what show you were watching.
I'm ready.
All right, let's start with the athletics check.
Come
Do you have a special ability called Emerald yet?
and
I don't have a special ability called I'm ready. I do have on Jane good at everything. So anything that I want to do.
And
is
I'm a ride it
instead.
is also the
Shark
tagline on her Tinder profile.
What on earth is Tinder?
You know what I mean, Andy.
She is
Don't
good at
play with
everything.
me.
I really wanted it. Never mind.
No, that was
Oh yes. So I'm going to beat athletics by 5.
You put this belt through the mouth of one of these sharks, kind of climbing on the back of it. And it goes down into the water a little bit, so you're like waist deep as it's swimming across, but it's not swimming like any particular pattern, it's just trying to throw you off, swimming in circles. And several of the other sharks are circling it, trying to get their jaws in on you as you're in the
great.
water with it.
This is an excellent choice, though.
really use a pair of pistols right about now.
Well, if we get to the armory,
Let's see. I have belt buckle and heels.
Before that, I kind of want to find out what Dick Ramsbottom is up to
Oh, okay.
watching all this.
Right now, he's watching, trying to figure out if he's going to have to jump in and fight off sharks to protect Jane Blonde here. So,
Okay.
I'm gonna let them see how far they get, see how I need to react, and then planning on currently just backing up as far as I can and making a sprint and leap and then swimming for it.
Fair enough. And you're attempting to ride a shark. It's a new experience.
Larry, I always think of you when it comes to dick jokes. Wait.
Okay. Well, whilst doing this, I'm going to take my belt buckle, which fortunately is already in my hand, and the heels from my shoes,
Yes.
and I'm going to turn it into a pistol
Yes.
and start firing at these sharks around me.
you had shoe guns the whole time? God damn it.
Yes. Just
I thought if I
Gotta
took
give
your
me one
shoes
of
in the
those.
death trap, it would be, weird and fetishistic. That's not really my game. I'm more
And
into...
that's what I was relying on.
God, I feel so stupid. How do I always fall for this shit?
Well, last time you took my compact, so I had to come up with something different.
Right,
this
because you
time.
always keep
And
the
the
thing
time
in the
before
compact.
that, you took my book, which admittedly was not a book.
You literally had like a submachine gun in there.
Yes,
You had it all folded up.
I know. Well, it was War and Peace. It made it quite easy.
Well,
I'll take an athletics check for attempting to assemble this gun while riding on the back of a shark, holding its mouth with a belt.
go. You want to...
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna beat that.
Dun, 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 dun,
And
dun.
then for the shooting tests, you're going to be at a multi-action penalty now.
Okay. All right.
So I'll take 2 of those. They're both at a penalty of 2.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm gonna miss that by 1.
Missed it by 1.
Miss it by 1.
Do we have anything that could help with you?
Oh, I guess we have a moment of clarity. And or meta point, since I'm going to be here for a minute.
That's for sure.
Okay, meta
Oh,
point.
going back into full avatar,
Sorry.
using a meta point.
It's useful. I need it.
Fair enough.
All right. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to beat that by 10.
All right, your second shot is perfect. You shoot one of these sharks in the head after missing with the first shot, and it immediately turns over and sort of partially sinking in the water.
You can jump from shark to shark. All right.
Several of the other sharks immediately move in on it and begin tearing it
Excellent.
to pieces.
Maybe don't.
The water darkens with blood.
Oh, come on, I'm still in here.
Okay. I'm still shooting, right?
No, you already did your 2.
Oh, I
so.
already did my 2.
Mm-hmm. And at this point, it's difficult to see into the other ones except for the one you're riding with all of the blood and thrashing about.
So I'm also gonna
Sounds
use a
like
meta
Saturday
point.
night.
Using a meta point.
Sorry guys, but Bruno needs to take control here if he's gonna make it across this.
Hey, do what you gotta do.
So,
We're there for you.
So athletics, beat it by 13.
So are you also doing the running jump?
I'm doing the sprint as far as I can, jump, see if I can, where I can get to, and then swimming straight across at, high speed.
All right. For our swimmers, I will take athletics checks from you. That will also include you, Baron.
Am I about to get blood on me from the other side of the pool?
It's floating your direction, but not to you yet.
Critical success on swimming as well.
All right. Dick Ramsbottom swims by you like an Olympic swimmer. It's like Michael Phelps speed.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna have that. I'm literally gonna run right out of the water. Like, I don't want any of the blood on me. It's gross. I've got a thing. Okay.
All right, I'll take an athletics check from you.
And there's not
Oh,
a
I'm using
single
powder
thing of yours
usage.
that
Oh, I
haven't
need both.
taken away.
Oh yeah, I'll give you both. Athletics made it. Only by 3, but.
Oh, the glasses are cute. Glasses.
And power use, I beat by way more than 3.
As you're swimming along like an Olympic swimmer speed, Baron Bad runs literally out of the water and then across it, as though running on air and making footsteps in the water, and runs right past you. But you need a small extended ledge in front of another steel door on the far side. You are still riding a shark.
Excellent.
It is kind of turned about and it's eating the other one that you shot.
Perfect.
Here, boy!
Yeah. And in moments,
Sausages!
they tear that shark that you shot to absolute pieces.
Oh, good. Excellent.
Sausages!
Oh,
That's not it.
fine.
And several of them are still trying to get at you.
Fine.
Well, this
Fine.
shark continues to swim circles and
I know
swim
when
more
I've made a
circles.
mistake. I know and I recognize that. So this might be a really terrible idea, but if I shoot the tail of the shark that I am currently on, will it try to swim as far and as fast away from the sharks that are going to inevitably try to eat it?
Well, why don't you roll
I
against your
would love
zoology
to.
skill,
Oh,
which you
I
don't
don't
have,
have.
so you are good at everything, so you still have a 10 in it.
Okay. Oh, is that my one?
You're not really sure what will happen if you shoot it in the tail.
Well, I'm the protagonist of this story, so I'm going to assume it's going to work.
Count on your plot armor. That always works.
All right. Well, I'm gonna beat shooting there by 7.
You shoot it in the tail, and it takes off dramatically at a rapid speed, first towards the wall, then along the wall, almost all the way across the pool before it starts to turn again.
Great. At that point, I think I'm probably gonna jump off and swim for the dickens.
Is she? So we've made it to the.
You're on the far side. Yes.
Can like we reach out and grab her if she leaps?
Give me an
for us?
athletics test on that jump. Let's see how far she jumps.
Okay. From the back of the shark.
From the back of a
Oh,
shark.
I'm gonna beat that by 10.
Larry made a funny comment about my hair. The
Aw.
top 1/8 of me is Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3, and yet the top 1/8 of me can still get work. So maybe not. I'm saying, when was the last time you saw Toby?
Oh my god, it was in Spider-Man 3.
Yep. And here's why.
What was that athletics test?
Critical success.
Critical success.
That's a bingo.
She leaps
by the
right
way.
past your extended hand and lands on the ledge next to you.
Nice,
Ta-da!
lovely.
Well, that
I'm
didn't,
going to adjust my.
that didn't take way longer than swimming.
Your heels are now flats now because you've assembled the gun.
But I see you have a gun. That's handy.
I'll just be able to run better and jump higher and
Oh, you have pumps? Like from... No? Am I the only one old enough to remember that?
Of course, you only have 4 rounds left in.
I assume if we're going to the armory, I might be able to replenish.
If we can get to the armory, it's taken us a really long time to get through 2 hallways. You think there's only 3 hallways in here?
Somebody destroyed my watch.
I merely drained the battery so I could electrocute some sharks.
So now that we're all cold and wet, what's our next challenge? that we're
Only you
facing?
two. Oh wait.
Another steel door right here.
Hopefully this is the blow dryer room, right?
Knock it open.
Give me an athletics test.
Beat it by 9.
It is a large room. It's dark. You cannot see in it.
Would it kill you to pay the electric bill? A little bit of light occasionally?
It's called ambiance, Dick. Oh wait, that's your name. It's called ambiance, Dick.
Come now, Richard. You've never been afraid of the dark.
Guys, come on, I'm right here. I'm right here. Also, isn't that your grandpa? That's totally fucked up, man. Just thinking about that right now, are you? While you're remembering all of the times that you've been in each other? Because it's super gross.
Yes.
So you are in there somewhere, Crash.
Hey, baby, it's still me, you know? I can't help it that I'm apparently a ridiculous supervillain right now. But, you know, we work with what we've got. And right now, I've got a robot arm because of her.
This is just the way we speak. I'm not bad. I'm just written that way.
Also, she's full avatar, so...
That's true.
Flapitar.
Oh my god.
So, I'm gonna open this door or
The door
check
has
this
been punched open.
All right, I'm gonna take a look here.
Just a very large, dark, concrete room.
Oh,
Something's definitely wrong in here.
Oh, no question. Probably a fall-away floor or something that crushes us from the ceiling.
Can't really recall what you did in this particular room.
Okay, Mr. Jackson, I'm gonna need some of your powerful detective skills to remember what the hell I did in here. Damn it.
Is Crash Jackson Batman?
You
The world's
know,
greatest detective.
no, because Batman doesn't have superpowers.
That's a good point. That is an excellent point.
But the detective that he did have had superpowers.
So what's going to happen is we're going to flick on the lights. It's going to turn out that it's actually his bedroom. And it's just full of plushies.
That's what I didn't do. I'll try to flip on the lights.
There's no lights.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Nice.
And you disabled my torch.
Yeah. Well, the good news is there's nobody in here right now.
There's nobody alive.
I'll make a notice check to see if I can find anything wrong with the room.
Perception.
I'd like to use a moment of clarity.
Yo.
Ooh. Oh, no, she's got it.
I'm going to beat that by 14.
Double ones.
Double ones.
You still can't see anyone in the room, but you can hear heartbeats.
Oh, goddamn ninjas. Is this the ninja room?
Everybody raise your hands if it's the ninja room. No? So that's not going to work. Okay.
It's okay.
I walk in.
Luckily, this is just ninjas. We can do this.
Dick Random Bottom enters the room and strobe lights immediately kick on.
Aha! Light.
Yes, smoke bombs drop and ninjas drop with the smoke bombs.
It's the damn ninja room.
Initiative, everyone.
Excellent.
First of all, before we start,
the fact that we've already seen them means they can't be very good ninjas.
before they start, how many ninjas are there?
24 ninjas.
2 dozen
2 dozen
ninjas.
ninjas.
Okay, guys, don't worry. Easy fight.
Oh!
The law of inverse ninja power states that the more ninja there are, the easier they are to beat. Whereas the less ninjas there are, the more dangerous they are individually. There are 2 dozen ninjas in this room. We should be able to take them out with 1 punch each.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
It really does.
Supervillain, I know
we
these
have to make
things.
sure that we take out as many as possible in the first go round, because if we get it down to one ninja, he'll be completely impossible to beat.
No, because he was part of the group initially. That's
Oh,
what
I
the
see. So
law
they don't
actually
get
puts that in
exponentially
there.
more powerful
Right.
the further
No,
away.
now
that
if
they
it's a
get
ninja
from-
with a different color outfit or like a great big sword or glowing eyes or something, that's the guy you gotta watch out for.
The problem is we've
Especially
already
purple
seen
ones.
them, so they're crap ninjas.
That's a good point.
Thank you.
Go ahead and get your initiative scores, please.
Yes.
Oh, that's bad. With my super speed and reflexes, I got an 18.
That's all right. I got a 17.
And I got a 19.
Oh. Aww.
Well, we are going immediately in successive order with 19, 18, 17, 16. So,
All right.
Oh, you got
Bruno,
16.
stop us out. Start us out. I also rolled abysmally.
Okay, when you say we're being attacked by 24 ninjas,
24
how close
ninjas.
are the nearest ninjas, and what kind of weapons?
Well,
are
as
they
you have
wielding?
entered the room, you are the closest to, at least two of them are in your immediate vicinity. They have an assortment of ninja weapons, like, ninja toes, throwing stars, stabs, nunchaku, kusarigama, all the classic ninja weapons.
Basic stuff.
All the basic classic ninja
You know how
stuff.
you don't notice that you don't see any actual size? Like, what was Raphael's deal, right? Like, they didn't use those. It's dumb.
Okay, well, so what's the
Like
two
Raphael
nearest to
and
me on either
Electro.
side of me?
That's it.
What are they wielding?
One has a staff and the other one has a ninja toe.
Perfect. All right, so first attack is we're going to
hope he would
grab
have
the
10
staff.
ninjas.
That's
toes.
weird. You'd think all of his toes would be ninja toes. See?
We're gonna grab the
Good
staff.
and evil can get along.
Use the
with the
staff.
toes.
First attack is grab the staff. Second attack is use the staff and the guy hanging on to it to swing into the other ninja.
Once again, hitting a guy with another guy.
Hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Point.
I'll take an athletics for that first one to grab the staff.
So I beat that by 12.
Oh, that is much higher than his dodge bonus.
And then fighting I beat by 14.
That is also much higher than his dodge bonus. You quickly subdue both ninjas in one quick swing of the ninja.
And now I've got a staff.
And now you have a staff.
Excellent.
Actually,
Jake got
all
his
of these
hands on
guys
his
used to be my staff. So, like, maybe go easy on them, you know? I'm kidding. You can kill the completely expendable. I put them in a
They need
dark
to
room by
use their
themselves.
benefits. What good are benefits if you
Yeah,
can't
these
use
guys
them?
don't have families. That's why they're ninja. They all think they're brothers with each other, not even related.
Crash, you're up.
All right. I'm going to grab one with the claw,
Okay.
right through the chest, and then spin.
You.
While holding on. Hopefully the whole ninja flips over so I have like a helicopter ninja blade to use next round. That's really what I'm going for. Reach in, grab by the spine.
Mortal
Give me a
Kombat.
fighting
This thing's
test,
got to be
please.
good for something, right?
Give me a fighting test, please.
Oh. Moment of clarity.
Moment of clarity used from the store.
Because I want to use the good dice. Because these are ninjas, you know? They could have dodge scores.
They do have dodge.
I knew it! I knew they did 5. I beat it by 13.
Your metal robot claw arm goes through the chest of this ninja and grabs onto the spine. You begin spinning him like a helicopter. The
Second attack!
nunchaku in his hands going flying across the room as he dies
Oh,
instantly.
that's okay. I'm still using him. Second attack. I don't even know what to do with this. Everybody watch out! And I'll run at them with the spinning ninja. You know, much the same way that Sean Connery ran after the pigeons with the umbrella
Yes!
in the Indiana Jones.
Last Crusade.
Last Crusade, right?
Yep.
I'll take an intimidation check.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going for. Well, I don't get to use those though. Sorry, little men. Do I have intimidation? No, I don't. Only the Baron has it though. So
Yes, he does.
and he beat it by 2.
Several of them scatter or roll out of the way or drop smoke bombs as you run at them, and we go to Andy James.
Well, it would be a crying shame if I didn't get to use my seduction roll.
No, you always have to bring up me crying that one time, don't you? God, you're such an ass.
I think you wrote that one on yourself.
Yes, because it was a room full of detonating onions. I didn't think it ahead very well.
I love that. When I have a secret lair, when invariably I go with that, I will have a room full of exploding onions.
There was a lot of exploding produce that day, but the onions are
My Australian cousin will build it. We'll call it blooming onions.
Just to be clear, the person who's eventually going bad and going to have a secret lair is that Jane, Andy, or Helen? Because I'm not sure which one.
And Australian henchmen are very difficult to deal with.
I'm not sure which one.
Like, they never think they're wrong. It's like there's no rules and just right. Every time with those guys.
All right, so this is my plan. Is I'm going to pull out my lipstick, of course, from.
It's a weapon, isn't it?
In this case, it actually is lipstick.
It is actually lipstick.
Oh.
And I'm going to reapply, and then I'm going to blow a couple of.
And yes,
kisses.
that Aussie gamer, that was just for you.
And I'm going to blow a couple of kisses at ninjas, and hopefully, and let them know that they can all line up.
Like, does that ever work?
Well, we're about to find out.
You roll a seduction roll, please.
I'm glad I'm back to full pilot, so I'm not distracted.
Yeah, 100%. We're beating that by 7.
It's hard to tell reactions because you know that the full ninja mask thing, but a couple of them are definitely looking at you.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I do love a man in black. That uniform really hugs all the right places. Please, the way you drop from the ceiling, I wonder, what else do you go down?
With several of them distracted from the charging helicopter ninja, and several more distracted from the seductive blown kisses, only a few of the ninjas start an offensive against you. What is your dodge bonus over there, Bruno?
+6.
+6.
Lightning reflexes.
You are hit once by a ninja with a staff and take 20 damage. You were also hit once by a ninja that got 2 1s on the attack.
The fuck, man? I'm still your boss. Who do you think pays for your checks?
And even with your dodge, it makes a critical success, meaning 40 total damage is done.
Oh, mother... Ow! No, I'm fine. Actually, barely... Son of a...
2 of them leap forward to attack you with swords, but as they do so, they kind of stop in midair and fall forward with throwing stars embedded in their back from 2 other ninjas.
Oh! Excellent. So I've seduced them to the way of the good. Ah.
You do have that effect on people.
Indeed. It's that...
Larry, kind of, but mixed with Kermit the Frog.
That thing's more Grover.
And we'll go back to Bruno on this one. Top of the order.
So I just got hit by one with a staff.
Yes.
So Dick is going to show the guy how to actually use a staff. And first attack, beat it by 5.
You fracture his skull and kill him.
Excellent.
Oh, that's
Super
how you use
strength
a
helpful.
staff.
And then critical success on the next nearest ninja.
His head spins completely around backwards from that strike.
Oh!
Ooh, sorry about that one. Don't know my own strength sometimes.
Crash. You'll be next.
And I've gotten to the other side of the room, so we're kind of...
You're separated from the all. Yeah. There are 17 remaining ninjas, though 2 of them were involved in throwing stars at their brethren.
Stupid. Floor made of concrete?
Yes.
Walls made of concrete?
Yes.
As you can see, I'm really into making things out of concrete. But how many are we talking about left? Like 18, 19?
17.
Cool.
Including, the two that are throwing stars at their fellow ninjas.
Well, then it's time for a big leaping claw attack. Hacksaw.
Hacksaw, alright, give me a fighting check. And Hacksaw is being used from the sword.
I would really like to use a meta point too.
And meta
Get
point
myself a
used.
little closer to where I want to be.
Meta point is used.
Beat it by 9.
You strike the ground and ninjas fly through the air, bounce against the walls and the ceilings.
Boom! Oh man, if I could have done that, you would have been dead months ago.
And there are no standing ninjas left.
Good stuff, man.
Just when I thought we were all getting along so well.
What? No, it's a room full of ninjas. We should blow right through this. This is standard stuff.
You're welcome to blow as many ninjas as you like, I suppose.
Wait. What did you do there with your words? It made it sound like an orally...
Hashtag personality Andy 1 towards pilot Bruno 1 towards avatar because yes, I'm an awful person.
There we go. One that way and then one that way. There we go.
Oh boy.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you, Chad.
And the strobe lights are still going, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, I guess... Come on.
You're going to give them a dance party for free?
It's a rave room, obviously. Do you need me to... There you... Nobody likes to have fun with me. I'm opening the door.
I just had fun. I had fun.
Come
It is
on.
another 15-foot hallway with another steel door at the end of it.
You know, I'm kind of questioning my own design philosophy in this. This is kind of bullshit, right?
Yes, quite. Now I have a question. So you've got ninjas always ready at the attack, but what do you feed them? Like, do you have meals shipped down? Do they just live their entire lives in this room, just waiting for somebody to come and show up?
Well, you see,
Are the
these...
barracks somewhere?
Like, these ninjas, like, I only really hired a ninja master, like, and he gets to eat whatever he wants, because he trains all of these, like, hopped up white boys that got back from the war and suddenly want to be Japanese.
Ah, the weeb offensive.
Yeah, so,
So how do they get in here? Like, is there an access hatch that they
oh
can...
yeah, there's access hatches. God damn it, I forgot
There's
all
an
about the
access hatch. We could go through the access hatch.
Well, I mean, some of those lead to even worse places, and I'm trying to
Are
get to
any
the
of them the
armory.
armory?
And the armory is that way. I know this.
Alright.
Fine.
I definitely want to get to the armory.
I want to get to the armory too. We all want to get there. You know, we're not working against each other in this particular way. Like, I would say trust me, but don't, because you know, I'm a bad guy.
Yes.
But I mean, also, hey, buddy, it's me. Boom, bank punching Christ Jackson. You know.
Whenever you talk like this, I find you very disarming.
Oh, then I can have the gun?
No.
Well, I tried.
Again, 15-foot hallway, steel door.
Kick it in.
The door falls through and lands into the floor here is again more of a giant pool, but has a green fluid in it, and the door begins dissolving as soon as it hits.
Oh, good. The acid room.
Classic.
Massive.
There are,
Excuse me, the other acid room. The first acid room is just LSD.
There are small little
With
floating
spinning
platforms
pinwheels.
about 1 foot in circle, scattered throughout. And
So we're
then,
supposed to play hopscotch? Is that
and then
how this
blades are
works?
swinging across pendulums through the room.
Yep. This is actually, the ninjas sometimes come in this way. They're good at this. They know it like the back of their hand. Mine is only a month old, so I don't know so well. I hate you so much.
So I'm going to watch the timing for a minute and then go for it.
All right, I need 3 athletics tests to make it across.
Okay, and a movement of clarity would just give me one of those.
Yes, one of those will be 2d8 if you use it.
when do I use it? Which is
They're all the same difficulty. So.
all right. We'll just go for it. So first one by 8. Oops. Second one by 4.
Dick, show them what you're made
And
of.
that one by 14.
You hopscotch across several of these floating platforms, timing it perfectly, jumping over some of the swinging blades, under them and waiting for their pass, and all the way on the other side, another steel door.
Open that steel door.
There's a slightly recessed floor just beyond it. It goes down about 2 feet, and about 80 feet across. The room is filled with snakes.
Close that
I
steel
hate
door.
those
God, I
guys.
love snakes.
No hallway this time, huh?
Don't
Just
be
a room
snakes.
full of snakes.
You changed it up a little bit. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
A little variety.
Now, the snakes, are those your relatives?
Are you calling me a snake?
Hashtag clarity. I like to think him hilarious, but maybe you guys might need more of these.
Oh, up to 5 clarities now,
Nice.
guys. Thank you, Shaq.
Oh,
Yeah.
Why are you remembering Bruno not liking snakes? Because he's basically Indiana Jones. That's why. Oh, but I think it does.
it's all right. Never mind. I'm going to keep the boulder's joke to myself. Okay. I will, guess what? Watching Gramps over here do it, I just feel inspired. I'm going to try.
All right, I will take 3 athletics tests to make it across.
Oh, yeah, well, all right.
That's
So
good.
that was a good one. I'm going to beat that by 9.
Okay.
And I'll beat that one by 7.
All right.
That one by 9.
Nice. Good rolls.
And you were able to time it really well, especially after watching Dick make it across and land right behind him on the little platform in front of the steel door that he has opened and now closed. You're not really sure what's on the other side of it.
What's the problem? Snakes.
Lots of snakes.
Oh no. Whatever will we do? Is anyone a snake gentleman?
Sorry. Hey, kid. This has happened in enough avatars that I'm pretty sure Andi picks on Crash and Flirts with her grandfather when she's not an avatar.
Oh no.
You know, it does make you wonder, doesn't it?
What kind of a sick writer puts them in these circumstances?
It's you.
It's you. It's
Oh, yeah, that's
definitely
me.
you. It's
Definitely
you.
James.
100% you.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, this time it was an accident.
That's true.
Yeah, sort of.
I mean,
It's supposed to be Crash's sister that Bruno was sleeping with. So wait, that's not. That's.
Yeah, that doesn't sound any better.
It doesn't sound a lot better.
Dude. Just. Dude. So, here we are. I'm the only one who hasn't gotten across, right?
That is correct.
Neat. These blades, are they like pendulums?
Yeah, they're just swinging
Like-
back and forth, and the floating platforms are kind of moving.
I
in the
suggest
acid.
trying to ride them.
Of course you do.
Of course I do.
Ah, okay.
Ride it, ride it, ride it. I'm gonna keep that to myself after all.
Acid? How big are these blades? Be honest. Like,
Pretty big,
like-
pretty decent size. Yeah,
big.
very large spinning blades.
Oh, look at that. Pack's breaking it down. Yeah, Andy James is a terrible person. I've said it before.
I'm just a lovable little scamp. Come down. No, really, do.
Wait,
No,
you
never mind.
mean tramp, right?
What?
No, not in a
Why
sexual
not?
way. Just like she's a homeless guy with a little knapsack that cops on trains. No? Okay.
But how cute would I be? Like with a little polka dot handkerchief, dude.
Oh, yeah, no.
Patches on my pants.
So, yeah, 100% the cutest, but still kind of mean.
Well, you know, she was a barista, so she was already basically homeless.
Wow.
Dude, she's not
You
a
gotta
drummer.
call out Helen like that?
May have been a little typecast.
I was a barista for 15 years. I was homeless for 8 of those.
Here we go. I was only homeless for 1.
True story.
True story.
So,
So are you still on the...
So you're
I'm still on the other side. I'm
side.
psyching myself up. Something about the
Can you
acid room with the
scoop up
big
the acid?
pendulum blades. No, but I also got to get the, like, how high is the ceiling?
Only about 10 feet.
So these blades aren't that big because.
They have little spots in the walls that they go in
Excellent.
and out of.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I'm gonna
Can
get up
they
to like where the
hypnotize
first
you
one
into
is.
Working any
I'm just gonna catch it.
You're gonna catch it.
I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna pull it out of the ceiling, and I'm gonna go into that snake room, getting ready to pole vault. Blade first.
All right. Again, I'm going to need 3 athletics tests
Yeah,
in total.
I
from
figured
you.
you'd probably need about that many.
You can
Only
also
3.
substitute in 1 power use test for one of those athletics tests because you can physically stop the moving objects from moving, making it easier for you to jump across and grab
And
things.
I'll do that first to see how that goes. I got a 3.
All right.
And then athletics, 2 of those.
You're going to need 2 of those.
That was a 1 and a 10, so an 11. That's made it by 9. And beat it by 6. 7.
So all of the little platforms and blades stop moving. Just trying to bounce across, pulling one of the blades completely off of its little chain mount and then comes across, carrying it.
That's the
Now I've
biggest
got me a
axe I've
big
ever
Dark
seen.
Souls sword.
Yeah, it's pretty substantial. Big crescent-shaped blade.
Okay, now I'm armed too. Thanks for the shoe gun.
No,
I
you were
just
armed
have-
with a robotic arm, which you are welcome. I
And
gave
I
you good reason for.
kept the staff from the ninjas. If you wanted weapons, there was a lot of them with the ninjas.
Those come out of just like stock. I buy those from like a Bud K catalog. They're made in Indonesia by machine. Not the kind of sword I would want to use.
So you're giving your employees
That's
self-guard-
literally just a broom handle with some tape in the middle.
What you mean?
You can tell it's got the screwy thing on one end where it used to be shoved into the mop.
Huh, so it does.
I just put some kanji on the side. The white guys can't read it. Who cares?
Wait, I'm sorry. Does this say I'm a poncing idiot? Oh yeah, look at
Pretty sure
I
that's
see.
something about.
I see you are
fish food.
fluent in Japanese.
that.
I am, and I'm pretty sure that's something about fish food.
Pouncing idiot. It doesn't really translate directly, but it means basically the same thing. Especially when you're right next to a room full of sharks.
Fair enough.
Number 2 thought it was funny.
So,
Do you miss number
Snakes.
2?
Snakes.
I do.
I'm sorry to hear it. It sounds like you two had something really special.
You can hear them even with the door shut.
Sounds like
Some of them are rattlesnakes, but most of them
Taste
just
swift.
plain old vipers.
Yes.
They don't sound as scary, but that poison way better. All right.
Merc.
We're just gonna run again. We're gonna run across the snakes. Hope for the best.
Let's see. Can we be very charming and charm the snakes?
if we have a bucket, we could get some of
We
that
literally have nothing except her shoe gun, your stick, my giant scythe blade,
And
And
all
the
of
robot
our
arm.
wits.
Oh,
Our
and
wits and our bits.
wait, what?
Our wits and our bits. We have wits and our bits to work with. Our wits and our bits.
Is
Oh,
there,
oh my god, did I take your bits as well?
oh, bits?
Yes, bits.
Oh,
Bits.
I've got all my bits.
You've got all your bits. Well,
Except-
you haven't got all your bits, so I've taken your arm.
Well,
Oh, the bits. I see, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you still have those?
Yeah? I look wistfully off into the distance, remembering all the bits I used to have.
Oh, yeah. I'll put it on my agenda. We'll take another one of these days.
Alright, I'm gonna just start wading through snakes, making a path with my mop, which just doesn't have a head to it, but...
Oh,
Opening the
wait!
door, these snakes, some of them are killing and eating each other. They're behaving in a much more aggressive fashion than typical snake behavior.
Damn it, these are the meth snakes.
I would like to roll zoology. Because why not?
Basically, most of them have only eaten mice for the last few weeks, which would normally be a good thing if I had fed the mice anything but coffee and cocaine.
So wait, I'm sorry. So they haven't had any sort of nutrients. So they're probably quite weak and very like dehydrated.
Well, you know, the thing with snakes is that they atrophy
eat
very
them?
slowly. They're desert creatures, so they're
No, I
used to just
understand
sitting
that.
still
I'm just saying,
for
can
inordinate
they even
amounts.
make venom right now? Because I haven't any like.
Oh yeah, that's the first thing I would check. Gee, I wonder if they can make venom. There's thousands of vipers.
Look, most of what you do is for
Well,
show
maybe their
any-
venom doesn't work because they're on cocaine.
Did you check?
I didn't, but I'm pretty sure a couple of
Oh
minions.
yeah, so I'm going to beat that by 5.
They've definitely been dosed with something. Pheromones, drugs, you're not really sure. There are a couple of ninja corpses scattered about.
Oh.
See, the commute's a bitch.
So did you get the meth to the ninjas and then for the ninjas to the snakes?
No. I don't give meth to ninjas.
Just checking.
Not even like creepy little gaijin who want to wear pajamas.
Oh.
Not that some of them aren't on meth. Have you noticed like a lot of those guys that are on the meth are like way too big and still think they know everything about ninjas? The guy will rob your house and then tell you everything about the Japanese sword he just stole, like it would help you look for it for an hour and a half. Oh no, I don't work with those guys anymore.
This is so specific.
So athletics beat by 6, moving through the room, clearing a path.
You're doing your best to clear a path, but there are just too many of these snakes. And they are behaving really aggressively, where some of them bite at the broom, some of them slither past it, and you are bit once on the leg, making it through. It only does 5 damage, but you are now poisoned.
Uh-oh.
See what happens with the poison.
In your case, absolutely nothing.
Cool.
However, for the next hour, you will no longer gain the benefit of your healing ability.
Oh no.
It's
Yikes.
fighting the poison for the next hour.
Makes sense.
Okay, so
Right. So.
I'm gonna try and use this big guy like a rake.
Oh, I like that. That's
Put it
good.
down there and just move forward like a bulldozer.
I will take an athletics test from you.
Come on, something good. 11. Beat it by 9.
You push through and get a vast majority of these snakes out of your way. And some of them kind of slither in behind you and snap at your heels, but you make it across this room without getting bitten by any of these snakes. Dick is on the far side of the room. He has also made it through, but he clearly has been bitten.
Come on, I'll toss you up.
You'll toss me.
You heard me.
You'll toss
That was
me.
my job.
Why do you have to make everything about your name?
No
I wish
one
I
tosses
knew.
a dwarf. But yeah, you can toss me.
You're not a dwarf. You're English, right?
Yes.
Wait, really though?
I mean, she is petite.
I feel like I don't know anything about you for real.
Everything could be a lie.
All right, so give me your hand.
Alright.
All right, I do a small waltz before I toss her up over the snake pile.
Give me an athletics test, please.
Both of us?
Nope, you don't need one.
I don't need one.
Unless he fails.
I do not.
I catch her.
I will take an athletics test from you.
Beat it by 10.
Beat it by 10.
Success.
And then will you roll against your soul score, please?
I don't remember Babes in Arms going this way.
Rolling d10, same as. Okay.
This is not a position that you're normally in, what with being the main protagonist.
You plant a solid kiss on her. You just can't help yourself.
No!
I'm going to make a body check to keep from throwing up. And it's a Baron Bad's body, so I do not make that roll. I'm just like, oh God, that's your grandpa. That's so messed up. What's wrong with you guys? Oh my God, I'm going to tell everybody I know about that. And I'm not talking about henchmen. I'm talking about, like, I'm going to tell Aquamarine. I'm going to tell Rosie. I'm going to tell Wyatt. I'm telling Wyatt first. That was, wow. Like, I had heard you guys had been to some metaverses where some weird crap was going on with your avatars, but this absolutely takes cake of weirdest
Okay,
shit.
but
You
was
are
it an
distinctly
actual
aware-
kiss? Was it an actual kiss, or was it one of those like grandfatherly kisses where they?
No,
Oh,
it was
no.
an actual
That was totally Luke and Leia. Like, they need to apologize and have a long talk about this. Do we need to stop before we go through the rest of this dungeon?
But it wasn't as good as the kisses that you've had with Dick Ramsbottom before, because he was definitely fighting himself when that happened. Dick is very much
Well, it's
in
good
love
to know
with
you
Jane
weren't
Bond.
completely into it. Creepo? You're fired. Oh, wait, I already threw you in the death trap. Never mind. You're still fired.
It's okay. We'll come through this. We'll be okay.
Tell me about your mother.
And there's yet another steel door on the far side of this room. And hey, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back in 5 minutes, guys. I'm going to let these guys go wash that out of their mouth. Welcome back, everybody! Masters of the Metaverse on the Zombie RPS Entertainer channel here on Twitch. Let's get anyone who just tuned in up to speed on what's happened so far in this maze of death traps. Let's hear from the Baron himself on what we've done.
Okay, so funny story. We were just minding our own business. I was torturing a secret agent and a very disloyal henchman. And suddenly we were.
So James, what happens if Bruno gets a double critical on that catch? Blondage? Hashtag clarity.
If he had succeeded, he wouldn't have kissed. But because Bruno stopped. Unfortunately, he failed, so Dick Ramsbottom won that competition.
So yeah, torturing, and then all of a sudden all my henchmen, they turned on me. And then we are in prison together, and now Crash and the gang are in these avatars trying to get out of the prison that I have constructed for us.
Crash in the game. Right?
That sounds about right. And we are at yet another steel door across from all of these snakes and also a puddle of the Baron's vomit.
I'm so sorry. I wasn't expecting I can't think of you guys as anything but, you know... I'm in a weird place right now.
You're in a weird place. You're in a weird place. I think
You are currently in Dick Ramsbottom's arms still, actually.
And at this point, I use the Bruno buff to go full avatar as Bruno runs fleeing into the back of his mind and tries to shut everything out. And Dick Ramsbottom takes over.
Simultaneously, I'm going to...
Hashtag MetaPoint. I would like formally apologize to both Andy and Bruno about that one. Hopefully these make life easier.
Thank you, chat.
I'm going to use 2 of those.
Thank you.
I'm just going to use 2 of those.
That seems totally fair.
I would like to be more in control of this human, and I'm going to get out of your arms.
And I'm going to use one too, because I'd like to.
All right. So meta points used.
We can let up on the Kermit the Frog a little bit.
Total of 3 meta points have been used.
So should I worry or...
No.
About? Nothing. Next room.
The door opens into looks like about a 10-foot section of concrete hallway that then immediately branches into a T.
Oh, there are choices.
And after about 30 seconds or so, you hear grinding and things slide around, and now there's only a passage to the left.
To the left.
This seems right.
Well, Baron, perhaps you can tell us what we're supposed to be doing now.
Well, it's a little more vague than it was a minute ago, but I'm guessing to the left.
To the left it is.
Yeah. Left is good. Left is
You
great.
walk down this concrete hallway and it goes to the left, and then there's again a T branch in front of you. At 10 feet.
I get the feeling we're in a bit of a maze.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Why is it a maze?
And then after about 30 seconds, things start to slide around, and the hallway you're in is starting to compress.
Of course.
As the T is changing directions, and the hallway behind you is closing off.
Are we about to get crushed?
Not if you move.
No, not if we go fast. Go fast.
We'll just keep running. We'll just keep running.
To the left or the right?
To the right.
To the right. You move to the right, and as things have rearranged, and now there is only a path to the right. Seems every 10 feet is its own little section, and this maze is adjusting itself about every 30 seconds to a minute.
All right, so we need to move faster, right? That's what that.
Lead the way, Jane. I'll follow you anywhere.
No, it's fine if you go first. It's fine if you go first. I don't need to.
Oh, he's full on avatar. Okay.
Oh, please. I've always needed your guidance.
I am coming for you, Jane.
Oh boy.
At least someone is. Shit.
Do I recognize the voice?
It is the notorious Boris the Bear, the brute of a Spetsnaz soldier that was heavily scarred in his last encounter with Jane Blonde.
God.
Terrible burns all across his
I
face
could
and body.
commiserate with this guy for hours, is what you're saying.
One of the numerous individuals you hired who have a score to settle with the secret agent.
Mm. Yeah, that was, in hindsight, not the best idea.
Now, Boris, I think if we just talk this through, really, everything that happened to you was, I assume, your fault. If you hadn't been against me, it would have all gone so smoothly.
I kill you slowly, Jane.
Oh, well, at least somebody does something slowly around. Damn it.
Not if I get to her first.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Just how many jilted lovers have you left?
Well, the good news is we're way closer to the armory now. The bad news is that all of the people that I hired that hate you are against us now. That's great.
You have a vague recollection of building a moving maze and then paying individuals to wait here.
Again, I have to question how they eat.
They have scheduled lunch breaks. They work in shifts. This is a corporation.
Oh, God. What's going to happen?
Anything could happen.
It's gone silent. I'm terrified.
As am I. Here we are.
Hashtag Bruno buff if Bruno ever recovers from the 80 psychic damage he took from macking on his granddaughter. He may wish to take back the reins from Dick.
Well.
Thank you, Chad.
That's great.
The filter. Maybe the filter, you can't say Dick. Can't say my name.
That could be it.
That could be it.
That may be why it did it, yeah.
Thank you, Leo.
Thank you.
Well, next time I can use the microphone like a professional.
Yeah, if you need to input the name, try
And the
Richard
camera.
next time. It might not block it out.
Oh, Richard. Oh, no, we can't go down this hill, but this road, but we absolutely could go down this road. Like, oh, Richard. Oh, Richard. It's a mouthful.
Indeed it is.
Now, you two don't get in my way. The blonde girl's mine.
When did I hire an American?
Oh no.
Wait, who is that fellow?
Oh, that would be Mitchell's.
Yes, Mitch.
Mm-hmm. He was an American cult leader whose cult that she took down, foiled, had his assets seized by the government.
Right, he was going to
No,
do the thing with the moon.
Mitch, be reasonable.
I'm going to reasonably burn you alive.
Well,
Oh boy. Well, I mean, you already gave away your method of attack now. We've got you on the drop. Is that we're on the drop with you? I'm not good at the colloquialisms.
You have made several turns as the maze continues to shift around you. And have found yourself right back where you started, in front of the steel door that you came in.
Damn it!
As again, the maze shifts.
This
we
time,
shouldn't- this
left,
is the
then
same
left,
goal.
then left.
left and left and left.
Yeah.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
can I depend on you two
Shouldn't make any sense at all, but-
gentlemen to help me if the worst should come to the worst?
Wait, you can't take care of this yourself? What's
Well,
going
no,
on?
of course I can take care of it myself. I'm just saying.
Are you trying to damsel in distress me?
No. I never do that. But
Are you sure? 'Cause
I am
it sounds like you're trying to damsel in
awfully
distress me.
frightened right now.
No. There's no.
No, it's worth a shot.
To answer your question, Chad, it is a moving labyrinth. The walls and floor and ceiling are moving every 30 seconds to 1 minute. Changing
I
the
feel
path.
the earth move under my feet.
Okay, let's not risk it in the air. They take it down. Thank you.
I can tell you that moved last night.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh no, and I have the memories from that.
Oh my god.
Yes, you do.
It is a night you'll never forget.
For all the wrong reasons.
Dude. I mean,
It's
dude.
indelibly burned in my.
And frankly, I am into Alien Knitter's suggestion for how to get through this situation. It's a moving labyrinth.
And as the passageway in front of you changes, there is a very large Russian man standing there who begins firing a submachine gun.
Oh, fuck me.
Do you have an initiative reaction?
Oh, he was waiting and knows where you are in the labyrinth. I've only got a success against Jane Blonde. My success was by 10, though, so...
Can Dick throw himself in front of her
My dodge is
to
8.
intercept the bullets?
Absolutely, Dick is capable of throwing himself in front of her to intercept the bullets.
Don't do it!
So that's going to be, because it was a critical success, well, your dodge might make it not a critical success. What is
4?
4? All right, it is not a critical success. You will take 40 damage from the submachine gun fire as you are shot repeatedly.
Ow.
And now we will roll initiative.
Yeah.
No! Granddaddy! Okay.
21.
21 for Crash.
22.
22 for Andy.
Also 22.
Also 22.
Decide
all
between
in
the
the
two of
family.
you, whether through dice or through decision, who is actually going to be 22.
Ladies come first.
As often as possible.
Oh my god.
No, this is so disconcerting on the other side of it. So
Welcome to my world.
Oh god.
Now you know what it feels like.
I think you had the right tactic of diving in, but I'm really
Ew. Just. Ew. Gross. Bruno Hamilton, stop hiding and start being what your granddaughter made you, a pilot. Hashtag personality 1 toward
Also a
pilot
man,
for Bruno.
That was great.
I'll make a
All
man
right.
out of you took a whole new context.
Mitchells is going to be going first with a 23. Stepping from a passageway opening on the right with a flamethrower.
Mitchell's is here now too?
Oh, yes. All 3 of your former adversaries are here.
And
Mitchell
Andy does
Mitchells,
not have
Boris the
seduce.
Bear, and Stefan Stenopoulos.
Andy does not have seduce.
Can I borrow your gun?
Fine. You may borrow my gun.
But he misses entirely with his flamethrower, firing a little too early as the passages are still adjusting and the flames spreading out around the walls instead of reaching you with a really terrible.
Well, that wouldn't be the first time he's had a premature
And we will go to you first after that, Andy James, with a 22.5.
Okay. Yeah, Andy does have legs. That was really impressive. You're
Lightning
dancing
reflexes.
so fast.
Reflexes.
Yeah.
Got Jack Burton reflexes.
Nope.
Why does that turn you on? What's wrong?
No. Okay. Also no. Great. Wonderful. So I have Boris the Bear and I have Mitchy Mitch.
Mm-hmm. And
Mitchy
Stefan.
Mitch. And Stefan.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me about Stefan.
Well, Stefan, you
His
as an
name is
assassin.
Stefan.
You thwarted his attempt to assassinate the Prime Minister of England. He is a knife specialist.
Is he though?
Yes.
Well, I feel like we need a little bit of
You, in fact, took his manhood with his own knife the last time you guys fought.
Oh.
Oh, you stole his wallet?
No.
You could say she stole his coin purse.
Oh.
He's called Softy Stefan now.
Oh. Is it because he's suddenly much more cuddly and
Yes,
easier
that's
to
why.
get along?
So in a sense of ironic justice, I'm going to use my demon blade against the knife specialist.
All right.
Is he carrying anything?
A pair of knives.
He's carrying a pair of knives? Excellent. I would like to split my attack and cut off his hands.
Going for called shots for the hands. Give me 2 fighting tests, please.
Sorry, I have to. Okay. Take these off. All right. Here we go. They're good, but they're sticky. All right. Yeah. So for on fighting, I'm going to beat that by 10, and that one I can beat by 10. That one I'm gonna get right on the nose.
Right on the nose. Well, his dodge bonus makes that second one a miss and makes the first one not a critical, but it is still a hit. And you are able to stab him through one of his arms, causing him to drop one of his knives.
No, imp. No.
Gross. Gross.
That's not why they're shiny. They were made shiny. They weren't made shiny. Never mind.
We'll go to you next, Bruno.
Okay.
Slash Dick Ramsbottom.
So, we're going to take a cue from Zinnia on a top, and we're going to cartwheel over to the gentleman with the submachine gun, I believe.
Yes, Boris the Bear.
Wrap my legs around his neck.
Oh,
And,
this is getting more interesting.
take him down in unarmed combat style.
Excellent.
Ah, right on. Dick Kwando.
Taekwondo.
And we're going to use the +8 to make that
Cockrotten.
beat by 11.
Beat it by 11. Dodge of 2 makes that not a critical, but still a solid hit and a takedown to the ground. Give me an athletics for the takedown part.
That's simple. Beat it by 9.
Beat by 9. You are able to knock the submachine gun from his hands and bring him to the ground, but Boris is still alive and conscious.
And immediately I'm going to use my Bruno buff.
Bruno buff used.
Now that there is a gun in the room,
Full
go for
pile.
Bruno, pick that up, and use my second action to take that submachine gun and take out one of the other remaining targets.
All right.
I got dibs on Mitch.
Hops, do you have time for conversation? Nope.
And shooting, beat it by 9.
Your easiest target is going to be Boris at your feet.
No, he's subdued, so we're gonna go with some.
He's still definitely
further
conscious. Okay. You've got
Good.
your granddaughter fighting in knife combat with one of them, and then Mitchell Mitchell's is carrying a flamethrower and behind you.
Let's go with Mitchell Mitchell's then.
All right.
Take him out.
What was that success by again?
9.
9. All right, again, not enough for a critical success, but you do shoot him several times. He drops to a knee and is bleeding, but he is still alive.
I don't like that you don't have any concept of dibs, Dick.
Crash.
It's
Dibs
just
on that,
rude.
Dick.
It's
Damn
rude.
it.
I'm going to call shot to his tank. How much does that little gun do? The little shoe gun.
The little shoe gun?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's only a 20 damage weapon.
Okay, well I beat it by 10, so I just did 50 damage, 100 damage to his tank.
His dodge makes not a critical, but the heightened damage does. The called shot hits the tank on his back and explodes.
Oops!
And everyone is blinded briefly, and there's a horrible, horrible smell from the explosion. And then there's a pair of...
I don't know why I just
a pair of smoking cowboy boots where Mitchell's was standing.
Yippee-ki-yay or something, right? Is it?
Stefan is next. He would make 3 knife attacks, but being disarmed and stabbed to the arm, he will only make 2 knife attacks against you.
Why does he get 3 knife attacks? He's only got 2
He is a
knives.
knife expert.
So I took away his manhood and he boned up on another scale.
It's
Oh, he was already
it's called
very good at knives.
overcompensation.
But yeah, he's been practicing. We're going to beat that one by 10, which isn't a critical success because you have a dodge bonus, but it is going to hit you. And we will beat that one also by 10.
Damn it.
Not a critical success because you have a dodge bonus, but both hit, so you're going to take 20 damage from each of those strikes.
Oh! Snap! I guess I would be going off of...
Yep, you're going to go off the Andi sheet because of where you're currently at.
Never
more than likely.
mind. That's better.
I mean, you could choose to have it go off of the chain flush if you want.
Oh, except that I have godlike resistance, so never mind. Good.
Nice.
And then Boris at a 9 regains his feet, and he is going to attempt to grapple you, Bruno.
Excellent. Is that an opposed?
It will be if he's successful. I'm going to have a success by 6.
Dodge is 6.
All right, he grabs onto you, and then we make opposed athletics checks. He is assuming that you have the strength of Dick Ramsbottom as opposed to the strength of Bruno Hamilton.
Right.
I will beat my athletics check by 6.
Beat mine by 8.
Beat it by 8, and you have a 4-point bonus due to a super strength score. So you easily throw his arms right off of you as though it is like a small child trying to grab you. Even though he probably has 100 pounds on you. And Mitchell's would be going next, but he blew up.
Oops.
So we're going to go to the top of the order with Andi.
Okay. So we still have Stefan.
You are still in a knife fight with Stefan.
I'm still in a knife fight with Stefan.
But your second knife fight in Jane's career against Stefan.
And I've already taken the jewels. So.
Yeah, the first time you took the jewels with his own knife, no less.
Oh, memories. Why don't we revisit that?
It's weird. He gave you the necklace, and yet you still took his jewels.
Yeah, spells are only semi-precious. Sorry. Okay.
Well, keep in mind, Merc, that Bruno is a pilot in Dick Ramsbottom's body. And I just said that.
We're 12. We are 12. What is wrong?
You're 12.
Why are we 12?
Bruno Hamilton's physical body does not exist in this metaverse as he is a pilot. Keep that in mind. Pilots do not physically exist when they're in an avatar. They still use the avatar's body. And Dick Ramsbottom is substantially smaller in frame than Bruno Hamilton.
He's slimmer. He's a contortionist.
Yes, and very proficient at using bodies.
Merc, thank you for laying that right out for us. Really putting it right out in the open.
He's slight of frame and a contortionist, since you were asking.
Okay, so I am going to get
Very
us back on
athletic,
track. Okay.
Swimmer's body.
Wait,
Yes.
he's a contortionist?
Dick Ramsbottom? Yeah, he's a contortionist.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Very flexible.
yeah, just the
You're very
memories
familiar.
are so much more flexible. And apparently so is my morality. So
I thought he would be good at wrestling because he's so good at pile drivers, and yet...
Okay. I am going to duck under Stefan's arm.
Okay.
Duck under his arm, hug him as I go around and bring the knife across his throat from the back.
All right. Give me a fighting test, please.
Okay. What?
So Dick can go down and up on a woman at the same time.
That's my grandfather.
You're so bad. Why are you so bad?
They're pretty terrible.
I mean, after... Oh, what is that? That's a 10? That's a 10. Damn it. That's okay. I'm gonna beat it by 4.
Beat it by 4, which is Stefan's dodge bonus. So you are able to stab him. You're a little bit to the left of where you intended, though, and stab him more in the collarbone. And he is still alive, but bleeding profusely.
And so I'm
point.
hugging him with a knife in his collarbone?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna whisper something like, "It's good to be holding you again." This time I'm in you.
I like that one. I like that one a lot.
Oh no,
Bruno.
I like her.
So currently the guy is trying to grapple me still.
Yes, Boris was trying to grapple you.
What's the stats on the other two?
Well, Mitchell's is a set of smoking cowboy boots, and Stefan has been stabbed twice and is currently being held in a rather inconvenient position with a knife buried in his collarbone.
Okay, so we're going to full on take the submachine gun and use the stock of it and just to the face of the guy that's trying to grapple me.
All right.
And then we're going to switch it. Does it have a, I don't know what kind of
It
submachine
has a select
gun.
fire on it, yeah.
So we're going to switch it down to single bullet and take careful aim and take the guy out that...
I will take a fighting test followed by a shooting test.
So fighting beat it by 11. And shooting beat it by 10.
You hit Boris hard in the chest and knock him backwards and down to one knee, but he is still alive. Your shot is perfect and hits Stefan right between the eyes, killing him.
What?
Crash, you're up.
Who's left?
Only Boris.
Oh, and he's in the middle of a fisticuffs.
Sort of. He's a few feet away from Bruno at this point, having been hit in the chest with the butt of the submachine gun and knocked backwards.
Oh. Well.
He's not had a good day so far.
I'm gonna... Oh, I hate to do this to somebody that you're in melee with, but he's getting the chicken wing.
What's the chicken wing?
I'm gonna choke him out. I'm just coming up behind him and just jumping on his back and...
Cool. Give me a fighting test, please.
That's the most.
And then when I've got him on the ground, I'm just gonna
us this whole
pull
time. What's the
hard as I
chicken
can.
wing?
Wrap my legs around and just attack.
All right, give me a fighting test.
That's the wrong die.
Yes.
That's not beat it by... What is it? 11.
Beat it by 11.
And a second fighting test to really
Drive home the point.
drive it home. That's 13, so beat it by another 5.
You grab hold of him, crushing several ribs, breaking his collarbone, and then you separate the spine into 4 different pieces and fracture his skull.
Ooh.
Reverse chiropractic.
So not so much choking him out as crushing him out.
Yeah.
It's that whole not knowing your own strength.
Yeah.
So much for Jane Blonde's former adversaries.
I knew you'd all be lying at my feet again one day.
You literally can't help yourself, can you?
I can't hold myself from what?
Okay.
I can certainly help myself to a lot.
Without the pursuit, it only takes about 10 minutes to navigate your way through the maze with a few wrong turns and going backwards a few different times.
Other weaponry on the...
Are the guys we're taking...
Well, the flamethrower blew up. There was a couple of knives, and you have the submachine gun already.
No additional armaments, no handguns, anything like that.
Now, they were kind of waiting. They'd only been here a couple of hours, no sense. Jane got
new
put in
on
the
the
cell.
job. Oh, I do.
Much like the
think
ninjas
that.
placed when the time was right.
When she arrived, yeah.
Well, the Baron is very used to Jane escaping from the prison cell, so it was the idea is Jane escapes, gets killed by the death traps.
The death traps are basically all on call if they're manned.
So
been
what
setting
do the
this up for
sharks
months.
do on their downtime? That's what I want to know.
You know,
Sharky things.
they really like pinochle. I don't know why.
Oh, I like Pinochle.
Yeah.
Oh, we can play Pinochle.
Too bad we killed the sharks.
How are they at cribbage?
Terrible.
Terrible at cribbage. Well,
It's
that's
more of a
where I could
lamprey
use a win.
game.
Pinnacle's more fun anyway.
And beyond the maze, an elevator awaits.
I had a cribbage
Ah,
board in
finally!
my watch.
Finally, we're at the elevator. Wait a minute. The elevator's a death trap.
I'm gonna roll a notice.
We have to go up. It's just gonna drop us down into the lava.
I see.
We need to go upwards so that we're going.
Oh yeah.
Because we're not going down
Because
again.
down is lava.
Ew. All right, notice check. Excellent. I'm gonna beat that by 14.
You are pretty sure that this is a fake elevator car with a false bottom.
I mean, he already told us that, so
Yeah.
cool. So,
But
if we
you
get
are
on
also
top of
certain that it is an actual elevator. You just need to call for the elevator to come down to you.
Oh, I see. Bing bong. Oh wait, that's a doorbell. I don't know what I'm doing.
The fake box slides out of the way, and there is a real elevator car.
Has it got a mirror? I feel the need to fix my lipstick.
It does have a very small mirror, so you can see what's inside of the elevator from outside of it.
Yes, excellent. Any adversaries?
Completely empty.
All right, fair warning. The elevator only plays Girl for Ipanema, and you need to plug your ears or it will knock you out because of the sonic waves.
The elevator only goes up a single floor.
Wait, it goes down.
Up.
Oh, up.
Goes up a single floor.
Sorry, my ears were plugged. So.
And at the top of the elevator, there are guards waiting. However, they were expecting the 3 people you just killed and maybe some ninjas. Not any of you. So it is an even roll on initiative, and no one has anyone surprised.
Oh, no.
Not so much?
Not so much.
Oh,
Don't feel bad. I didn't do
12,
very well
18.
over here. Oh, that's what I got.
18.
22.
It's a family thing.
Every time.
Super speed guy finally got the first.
And you will be first. There are 6 guardsmen in the lovely green jumpsuits you make all of the guardsmen wear, carrying handguns.
The jolly green jumpsuits.
P.S. If you want to go first, you can go first. I figure after everything that we've been through, maybe you deserve a win on this one.
Hey, you know,
Just
if piece of advice this round, you know, just try and focus on the beard so you don't get any weird wet thoughts, okay?
No!
About Grandpa. Clearly, you can't
The
help
weird
yourself.
wet thoughts are gonna no.
Oh, they're happening. Who's in here?
No,
there
I'm
are
still
6
damned from the
guardsmen. There's
sharks.
a couple of exits from this room, but
Right,
they're just doors.
do I know any of the guardsmen?
Not by name. You never really bothered to learn these kind of low-level individuals' names.
Right.
They're the sort that when they displease you, you feed your sharks or snakes with them. There are a lot of people desperate for just a moderate living, and you do supply benefits in your 400K program, which has been a huge success for recruitment.
All right. Okay. What's in this room other than these guys?
A couple of exits. Plain doors.
I mean, what kind of a room is it, I guess?
Kind of a like 20-foot square, sort of like a waiting room, like a lobby room.
Excellent.
A couple of couches, a desk. A receptionist should be there, but they are not on duty. You would definitely feed that one to the sharks for not being there. You know, that's not
Okay.
fair.
You are all fired. My first action is intimidation.
Roll intimidate.
You gotta at least try. I beat it by 4.
You did by 4. Of the 6 which had their hands reaching towards pistols, 2 of them just get really dejected looks and take like a step back.
And the first guy who's still reaching for his pistol gets the claw.
I will take a fighting test on that.
Beat it by 3.
Dodge bonus is only 2. They're just playing guardsmen. They have some decent combat.
Ah, take 70 damage, punk!
Yeah, that's an instant death. In a very gruesome fashion as the claw goes through the body.
No pension for you.
And out the other side. Andy and Bruno, you have tied initiative, so you'll have to decide which among you is going to go next.
I have an idea. It's not a good idea, but it's a funny idea.
Would it involve you going first?
It would.
Go for it.
Okay.
I'm sure this can only end well.
I am going to use a moment of clarity. So I can roll them 8s. And I'm going to go into full persuasion mode. All right?
Okay.
You ready?
I'm
Excellent.
listening.
After that horrible display of treatment,
Great job so
terrible, terrible treatment of your employees, I would just like to remind everyone in this room that Her Majesty, the Queen of England, and the Monarch of the Seven Seas, sure.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? is currently hiring. She offers the National Health Service, so you need not rely on the health insurance from this fine individual. I would like to also remind you that there is always a place in Her Majesty's nation for the
Lloyd?
loyal. Yes, I was going to say loyal. I had cycled through the undeserving.
Not with these guys. No, it's no different way. You know?
With the loyal, with those who are willing to set down roots.
Who don't like thinking for themselves.
Who don't like thinking for themselves, exactly. Yes, I love that. Wait, what?
What?
Are you suggesting I don't think for myself? Can you give me a bit more on that? So?
The two that looked very dejected a moment ago, let's share a look. But give me a persuasion roll and see how this works out.
Okay.
You've definitely got an audience.
Wow.
Okay.
Those dejected bastards.
So, yeah. So I'm gonna beat that by 7, assuming I'm going off of Andy James. But can I use a clarity to roll off of?
Well,
You use the clarity anyway, so you can use your highest one.
Yeah,
for
use
either
your
one.
highest score.
Perfect. Excellent. So we're gonna beat that by 8. Wait, no. Yes.
Beat that by 8. The two that have looked really dejected a minute ago suddenly look really hopeful. And kind of share like, your job?
New
Good
job. Good job.
Bruno.
So how many are left that are alive and still looking threatening?
3 of them.
So first, and they're all drawing weapons? Is that
Yeah,
what's
they have
happening?
pistols that they're drawing right now. And they're probably going to shoot them immediately after you act.
All right. And how far away are they?
About 8 feet from you. They're very close.
Lovely. So what we're going to do is Bruno's going to drop the submachine gun onto its shoulder strap.
Okay.
Step forward, grab one of the guns from the first nearest guy, swing it around, point it at the other two, and intimidate. And say, drop it now.
I will take an action hero test first.
Beat that by 10.
How dare you point the gun at me?
And,
My God.
Intimidation beat by 11.
We give up.
Cool. I retrieve their
What,
pistols.
seriously?
And when he said drop it, did he mean your guns or your trousers?
Oh my God.
They suddenly look worried as though they didn't make the right choice.
He
So,
meant
right.
both.
Why not
Could
both?
be both. Porque no los dos, as they say.
All right, that's current plan. We're going with this from now on.
There are 2 doorways out of here. You have 3 prisoners and 2 new hiring.
Okay, I turn around
We
and
have 2 new
I turn
hires.
around and I face the elevator to kind of get my bearings on where I am.
You're pretty sure the armory is through that door.
I kind of feel like I don't need it now.
All right,
because
I'm going to that door.
So.
This
Oh,
is
this
the
is
armory,
easy.
right, guys? This one here?
Yes, sir.
Cool, cool. I mean, good, excellent minions who have all given up dicks.
Through
It's
that doorway,
okay.
there is the armory, and connected to the armory is the armory.
Right.
They're connected to each other.
So you want that one, and I'm gonna go over here.
Yes.
So,
The 2 different ones. There are weapons lining the walls of the first room.
hey,
All right,
Hey.
now we're talking.
could you give me a hand? Sorry. Would you give me a hand with this? See, there's 2.
Yeah, no, yes, of course. I'd be happy to help you out with whatever you need. Okay. We're working together.
We're all pretty close to pilot right now.
Thank God for that. If I get
Yes.
one more, I'm gonna be very happy.
I know, right? We all, yeah.
I am going to. I mean, I'm
Pick and
grabbing
choose,
different
but-
hand attachments.
Right there are
And
you have
I
your
am
entire
picking
set.
through
Right.
all the beautiful guns.
A variety. I mean, they're all very
Sun's
simple
out, Guns out.
It is 1963, so nothing that you're really familiar with some of your other avatars,
But close.
Here we go.
Scary weapons designer.
Mm-hmm.
That one shoots piranhas.
Piranhas, you say?
Not real
Oh,
ones.
I could get a good nibble out of
They're
those.
bullets with teeth. I thought they called them
Bullets?
piranhas.
Oh, bullets with teeth. Like,
Bullets with
do
teeth.
they have like human teeth, or do they have
Oh
chocolate
no,
teeth?
those did
Painted
not
on
test
little
well.
piranha teeth faces on them.
I feel like
They're just metal teeth.
they're just metal teeth. Okay.
They don't even do anything good.
Well,
But they look super cool. The guys love them.
my mantra has always been no teeth.
Oh, that's because the guys love them. Too soon, Dick? Dick doesn't like teeth.
So, next task.
I'm not entirely sure what the hashtag meta point of this all has been, but it's been nice to see some genuine laughter. You seemed like you needed it. Though maybe that kiss was too far? I'm not entirely sure. Ask and ye shall receive. Also the piranha gun is totally from Despicable Me 2. I see your reference hashtag meta point.
Very nice.
Thank you, chat. Thank you very, very much.
I might just.
I already used one. I'm
Using one of them?
Using
All right.
one of them.
2 of the other
I'm-
points
3
have been
pilots.
used.
3 pilots.
Everybody's a pilot.
3 little pilots standing in a row.
Your number's
Not
a little
kissing
off,
in a
but
tree.
we'll get
That's
to that.
important. What?
Nothing.
We're not anywhere near a tree, Andy James.
Yes, I just wanted to make absolutely certain no one is kissing in a tree or anywhere else.
Not at this point.
I have literally made out with no one on this mission. I'd just like to point that out real quick.
My enemy.
So about the next mission.
About the next mission. I'm sorry. We have had a point this entire time. I'm sure.
You are
Looks like
certain
you
that
have, like,
742
the
is
same hair as
invading
my
this
grandma?
metaverse.
Your grandma must have been a fox. What do I have for older people? Anyway. Yeah,
You have raided the armory and are back in the room with your waiting hirelings and 3 prisoners. Which
I'm making a
your new
perception-
hirelings are holding their guns on the new prisoners.
Of course.
I'm making
Good
a
job, boys.
perception roll.
What are your names, by the way?
Just looking around, checking out the people with us. It's just
Goons.
us, right?
Okay.
I mean, it was so nice of them to give you meta points here, James. Maybe you can play with things in another way. Hashtag system shock.
Oh, just when we all got onto the same.
Oh yeah, you son of a bitch.
Oh no! No!
He does do it.
Oh, God damn it.
Excellent.
Oh, almost 2.5 hours we've been working on getting all the way there. Thank you for coming and just snatching that away from
Oh
us.
God!
You have your buff though, so.
I do
Well,
have
we
my
might
buff.
be half
I
off
have
in
a
the end,
buff.
but we are not at the end yet.
Oh God.
All right, homies.
So wait, so we have a rule of cool, a system shock, a meltdown, an
And if you think
anti-buff.
I'm not going to use all of that,
Polarity.
you are sadly mistaken.
Oh God.
Couldn't we be just happily mistaken just this once?
No, that'll be next week.
Fine. Okay.
You have gone through one of the doors here leading to the armory. There is another one that you know goes in 2 different directions from the Baron's layout. One leads to the garage where one can go out to the airstrip or the docks, and then one leads to a set of stairs that go up to the main control room of the facility.
Okay, this facility, from what I know about it, is this a good staging point for them?
Oh, it's perfect. It has everything they need.
Including
There's a big
piranha
lab
guns.
upstairs that they could be building things.
That's
in
exactly
right
where
now.
we need to head then.
To the lab.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, but like I was asking about, I did a notice check to see if there are any other pilots around, and just these are just normal goons. Nobody.
Can't
nobody
see through
special
walls,
yet,
Bruno.
So.
Don't have that power yet.
Yet.
I mean,
And sadly, you know,
you two are the ones that'll probably get that power eventually. Not me.
and sadly, not even healing
I
right
do
now.
not
'cause
want
of that
extra
snake venom.
vision.
Still fighting the
If
snake venom.
James is gonna keep dropping me in avatars that have a thing for my grandfather, I do not want extra. But
yeah,
also, excellent point, Mark.
they can, but only within like line of sight.
Again, not seeing through walls.
Oh yeah.
We can.
Something happens when they stack the store, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what happens when they start the story?
I don't know.
No.
Do I need to separate you two?
Get over here. Let's.
You head up the stairwell into the second
Not
floor.
as long as we're on this side. It's when we get over here that yeah.
The second floor contains a mess hall, barracks, storage rooms, kitchen, and recreational area for all the guardsmen. It seems you have triggered an alarm as guardsmen are waiting at the top of the stairs. So let's roll some initiative, ladies and gentlemen.
They appear to be.
No one be alarmed.
We're going. This is at the top of the stairs at the lab.
I just lost
The lab's going to be another floor up, but you're going to have to make your way across the barracks to get to those.
I got it.
Ooh.
That's all that I meant in TV.
Okay.
I just managed to roll a die all the way to tech.
25.
That's impressive.
25.
Again.
Wow.
Second time in a row.
I can math 19.
19.
16.
All right, now before anyone acts, we're going to use that meltdown I've been sitting on for a minute and pass some avatars around.
Oh no. Okay.
As long as we're all pilot, that's like.
That's fine.
But
as long as we're
we
all
still have to
pilot.
deal with their particular stuff. Like you got to deal with their body score and their
Oh,
health.
yeah, I
and-
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But like, we don't need to deal with like catastrophic interpersonal.
So I want
troubles.
you to pass Dick Ramsbottom over to Andy James. And
Now I got the dick.
yeah, you're going to go ahead and the Baron's going to go to Bruno and you're going to get Jane Bond.
Okay.
And on top of that, because I'm feeling exceptionally vile and they gave me the ammunition for it,
Yeah.
I'm also going to system shock you.
Just say where, baby.
I'm ready to go deep.
Dick Ramsbottom always is. All right, we're going to start over with Bruno. Bruno, you're going to go all the way to Avatar.
Oh no.
Andy
So,
James.
You got that
Have
accent.
fun with
right?
that stupid accent, bud.
Andy James, you're going to be exactly in the middle.
Do the accent a little bit so I can hear it.
Just think, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
Kermit and
Yeah, and a
Romania.
Yeah, and
And you're going to move the least. You're going to be one away from pilot.
that's quite all right. I think I can probably wrap my mind around it, if not something else.
God,
And
never
now
be
we will
able to
start the
check
round
shape.
with Crash going first.
Oh god.
Let's see. What do I have? Oh yeah, should you wanna?
Oh, are we swapping?
Yeah, we are swapping.
Okay. Okay.
There you go, bud.
All right.
Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
I've never felt more sexy.
There you go. Yeah, I think Kermit
Wait.
Welcome.
Where's your? There it is. Okay.
Oh. Yep.
Mhm.
Right, yeah, AK's got a good grasp of it.
I'm
Christopher
sure
Walken, Kermit Frog.
You were probably only expecting one of us, but it appears you got an entire menage a trois.
Oh.
You'll be starting us out, Crash, going first.
Oh.
Immediately, because I've got, let's see. There we go. What kind of weapon do you have right now?
Currently nothing. I think.
Well, it's,
No,
yeah,
she's-
you're in the
she's got
armory,
a-
so you could have grabbed a
armory.
variety.
Oh,
of
that's
weapons.
right. I could have grabbed. So.
Take your pick from anything available in 1963, Mr. Jackson.
And or your crazy
Piranha guns and
piranha guns and. It's just so delightful.
Well, I always like to have a good pair with me.
Excellent.
All right, give me a pair of athletics rolls for throwing the grenades, please.
Oh my god, I really am having some Rocky Horror flashbacks.
Was it fighting, shooting?
You're gonna do athletics for the throwing of grenades.
Athletics. 5. Beat it by 5.
Beat it by 5. Alright, the grenades land in the room, and several of the guardsmen begin scattering to avoid getting blown to pieces. However, 6 of them don't manage to clear the blast radius before those grenades go off and become pink mists and memory.
And then with my second action, I say, "Look behind you!" and use my lying skill.
Excellent.
I think it's funny that they think I don't have a cute little sailor suit.
Hashtag Bruno buff, hashtag crash buff. I love the wigs. Just wonderful.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you. What was that line check? What'd you get on it?
I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
I'm about to.
All right.
I rolled a 6. My lying is 16. I beat it by 10. Everyone look that way.
And in fact, all of the guards except for 2 immediately spin around expecting some threat to be behind them. They will be distracted for anyone else's attacks against them until their action. Bruno, you will be next with the 19.
They're in position, Dick. Get them.
There are 14 still
Ram their
alive.
bottoms.
There were 20 total. 6 were blown to pieces.
Okay.
You currently have the machine gun arm mounted.
Excellent. I will now try the machine gun arm.
Perfect.
I love it so much.
And I will...
Yeah!
Do it.
Attempt to spray the entire row in one big line of machine gun fire and take them all down.
Give me a shooting test.
Look, I can fit these over like one of my fingers.
Look, I've got little hands, okay?
These fingers flippers.
Beat it by 3.
I feel like I'm trying to like.
The fire is
hold
very
as many olives as
erratic,
possible.
but you are able to hit 3 of them and bring them to the ground, making 11 left. As we go to Andy James.
Okay.
In the body of Dick Ramsbottom.
I feel like Dick Ramsbottom would absolutely... Wait, okay.
Thank you. I'm trying.
Dick Ramsbottom. As Dick Ramsbottom, I am going to say something to the effect of shock on steel.
I did that last night.
No! Oh, it's so good! It's so bad! And dual wielding like a badass.
It's okay now. It's not your grandfather.
I can also
Where are you from?
Charlottesville.
Okay, so
I just can't seem to say anything that's not completely sexually charged.
Yes.
economy of movement, please.
Yes, and yes.
Okay, so in that case, I am going to dual wielding, split my action, called shot for heads, using a moment of clarity. I am going to shoot until I fail.
All right.
Yes.
So give me 2 rolls.
That's what I
with
said.
no penalties first.
Okay. Whoop. Okay. 15. I'm gonna get that one by 1.
Okay.
Wait.
Well,
Yes.
they are distracted because they're looking behind them because someone said, look behind you.
Oh, they're not looking at the
No.
circus act over here.
So the first one hits. And
The only
kills.
eyes on you right now are brown.
Oops. What the fuck?
Go ahead,
Okay.
throw the next one.
That one's going to make by 4.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now you're at -2.
Oh, yeah. That one I'm going to make by 12. No, by 10.
All right.
That one is going to hit by 7.
All right, you're now at -4.
That one. That's gonna be dead on.
No,
no, I'm gonna beat that one by 2. I lied. I beat that by 2.
All right, one more at -4.
Okay. Oh, that I'm gonna beat by 8.
All right, you're at -6.
Okay. No, I'm gonna lose that one by 3.
And then one more at -6.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Oh, but that's okay. I'm gonna beat that by 5.
All right. You shoot 6 of them dead, and much as someone pointed out, Dick's random sprayed until he was empty.
Shotgun steam.
Oh, way to unload on them, Dick. Way to unload.
That leaves only 4 still standing, who now realizing that no one is behind them, turn and open fire on the 3 of you. I have a success by 6 against you. I have another success by 6 against you.
Shit.
And a fail against you.
I did a cartwheel.
And a second fail. So 2 failures against you and 2 hits. Those are 40 damage hits.
Ooh. What about our dodges?
That was success by 6. Is your dodge better than 6?
Sorry, boys. I can
and
only,
that didn't hit you.
I only fall to bullet fire on a
You're
shag
welcome.
cut.
I'm full avatar.
And then we will go back to the top of the order. Crash, you're up.
All right.
Do we go back after her round?
Oh, not after this. No, not.
you want another round of this?
Yes.
Oh, God.
You're going to finish this combat like this, then I'll let you switch back.
Okay.
Hardly fair. All right.
I mean, if it was going to go several rounds, I might after a little bit. No, you've already managed to get rid of 16 of the 20 of them. There are 4 of them left.
James just wants to hear me attempt to come up with I don't know what accent.
Yes, of course.
Excellent accent work.
Careful, you might find this next part a bit shocking.
Oh,
And,
God.
First attack, I smash one of the light bulbs on the wall and stick my finger in it.
Nice.
Lightning blast them with my second attack.
I'm not going to supply commentary on that. You all did it yourself.
Send them all to 00 heaven.
Give me a power usage roll, please.
Having some problems with the dice right now.
You see how they're very difficult.
Power usage is beat it by 2.
Beat it by 2. Well, you do manage to hit 2 of them with the blast and electrocute them.
I don't even have to make a shooting test. Sweet.
Now you're using your powers of lightning on them.
It's like lightning bolt. It's 120-foot straight line.
Wrong game.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
But 2 of them are electrocuted, then we will again go to you, Bruno. There are 2 left.
I'm going to first tell them to
So good.
stop and remember who your fearless leader is. And make an intimidation roll, which I beat by 9.
The surviving 2 drop their guns. All right, you can swap back.
But I love this.
Thank you.
I did as
Oh, it's warm.
I did as little damage as I possibly could. It was warm when you gave it to me, too.
That was great.
That
Thank you for
certainly
giving
was
me those
fun.
meltdowns and shock, Jack. Chad, I really looked forward to that. That was fantastic.
Using 1 meta point.
Using a meta point. There are no meta points left in the store.
Oh, here. Thank you.
One of us has got to be there.
Those are fun. I like this. Oh, yes. You need your...
Well,
I just wanted to collect...
I have to say, I wasn't expecting that.
Too.
machine gun arm is so warm.
It is.
I found it quite useful.
Reload.
The barracks area is now cleared, along with the kitchen and recreational room and all of that. On the far side,
they
this is
have
another set
Whipped
of
cream?
stairs.
Yeah, they do.
I was going to say ping pong table.
Yes, in fact, they do have a ping pong.
Hey, they're used for basically the same thing, right?
Well, exactly. And it's the paddles. I was just curious about the paddles.
Do we have time for
Well, I'm gonna head upstairs. Guys, don't forget, totally related. Okay.
I feel like somehow that seems true, and yet can't.
I would search your feelings.
At this point, you can actually hear the alarm.
I'm quite aware
going
of my
off.
feelings.
Yes, I remember feeling you as well.
Going up the stairs, you enter the science division area. Once the proving ground of Baron Bod's weapons and machines, it's been mostly cleared out. Like a lot of your current working projects have been shoved aside. There's no concern and care for them.
They
A
have
large,
no care at all, do they?
a large ring-like
He's
device.
seething inside right now.
A large ring-like device is being assembled in the middle of the room. It's not quite finished. Several technicians are working on it at the direction of one of the members of DIE. There are 3 other individuals waiting for you in this room. All 3 of them have the outline of a metapilot above their heads.
Right.
Your longtime confidant, Dr. Ivan Stonovich, General Cassius, your master-at-arms, and number 2 himself.
Gosh, what a shit title.
And it seems that that lead technician behind them all working on that project also has the glow of a metapilot around him.
Hello, friends.
The technician, you say?
Mm-hmm. The lead technician. So 4 of them have the glow of metapilots around them. And let's begin with some initiative.
Oh, wow.
And you really want to win this one because we're going to use the rule of cool for this.
I really do want to win this one.
Okay, alright. Drat.
I totally want that.
Maybe not. What do we have?
16.
16,
19.
19,
28.
and 28.
Whew.
All right, one of these metapilots will act before we go through the rule of cool. The metapilot occupying the form of General Cassius runs across the room at, you would guess, close to 500 miles per hour.
Cool.
Which he could never do that. That's new.
That's a new thing, right?
That's a new thing.
Not General Cassius's thing is running 500 miles an hour.
Very new. And he will make 4 unarmed attacks against you, Dick Ramsbottom. Succeeding by 4, by 5, by 1, and by 10. What is your dodge bonus?
6.
6. So only one of those hits
4.
and is not
Actually.
Oh, 4?
Oh.
Dick Ramsbottom, not Bruno.
Oh yeah, you are full
Oh,
avatar.
man.
Full avatar.
So you are hit 3 total times. Each hit does 20 damage. So it's a total of 60 damage done to Dick Ramsbottom.
Oh no.
So Ramsbottom is down and out.
Ramsbottom is unconscious.
Really?
Uh-oh. No healing.
So your rule of cool, I guess we're not doing that this round then?
Oh, he'll be acting before he hits the ground.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
How far into the negative will that make?
Minus 20
Minus 20. All right, we're recording that.
for Ramsbottom's health.
And the others will not get to go before any of your initiatives, so I'm going to hear your rule of cool now, and I will be starting with you as you're falling to the ground in this. You can feel the life signs in Dick Ramsbottom fading.
Okay. So Bruno can, like, his health is still way up there.
And you do have a buff
So if
available
I
in the
jump
store.
back to being Bruno.
If you go full pilot, you will be fine.
Okay.
Well, not fine. Dick Ramsbottom's going to die.
I'm basically
No, Dick.
driving a corpse.
But you can do that for a while.
Okay. Well, that's obviously the first thing that's going to happen before.
All right.
we get
Bruno's
to
buff
cool,
is
really.
used.
And this guy's moving 500 miles an hour.
He moved really fast. Yeah, like 500 miles an hour fast. And his punches, when he ran up to you, also really, really fast.
And is he like coming up and just like engaging with me, or
Yeah,
like,
he
run
just
past?
ran right up and threw a series of punches. And though he's moving really fast, you can see a quasi-shocked expression on his face that you aren't just laying on the ground, pummeled to death from that.
Okay. So what's going to happen then is as Dick Ramsbottom falls back unconscious, Bruno's going to kind of catch himself with one foot, come back up, and bear hug the guy so that he can't get away from him, and then grab him by the neck and hit the next nearest guy with him, and
Hitting the guy with the guy.
hitting the guy with the guy. I mean, it's kind of
Classic.
it's effective when you're really strong, and so
Which one are you
Bruno's-
going to go for with that? Number 2 or Dr. Ivan Stonich?
I think we're gonna go for number 2.
Or all of them, because it's a rule of cool.
Yeah, that's true. It's real cool. So the tech is off at the computer. The other 2 are standing right in front of us, right? Like 20 feet away. or
20 feet
whatever.
away, yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna go at both, and I want to kind of hang on to the neck. So I think I'm going to rather than letting him go. Once I've got a hold of him in that grip, we're gonna swing him around over the head and charge and try and take out both of them baseball style.
Okay.
So that's a broken neck. Okay, cool.
That will most likely be a broken neck. Andy James, rule of cool, what would you do?
Okay. Okay, there are 4 of them?
4 metapilots.
4 metapilots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
One of them clearly has some form of heightened speed.
Yes, I can see that. Oh gosh. What am I going to do? I am going to use my cat-like balance Zen direction parkour master to flip across the floor. Land by Dr. Ivanovich.
Mm-hmm.
And using every class 5 power I can possibly imagine, I am going to try to break the avatar bond between him and his pilot.
Are you trying to tell me you're trying to kick the pilot out of the
I
avatar?
sure am. And if that means cutting the infinitesimal and the divine with the demon knife, that is also a thing I am willing to try.
It's more of a metapilot thing that you're going for, particularly a class 5 metapilot thing that you're attempting to do.
Yeah, it's a power usage, and you've got to burn either a buff or a meta point.
Okay, well, I have a buff.
You're going to need to use that. All right, and Crash, what is your rule of cool action?
Oh, damn it. I saw that suggestion too late. Okay.
No, not too late.
Not too late?
Go ahead.
All right. So while I'm burning that buff, I'm going to mimic Haxor and try to kick all of the pilots out.
Trying to kick all of them out. Not a bad plan. Crash?
I'm going to use some of my Zeus magic.
Uh-oh.
No, I as the doctor, I'm very cognizant of the poison, of the viper poison.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to turn that to water. I am transmuting anything that is viper poison in the room into water.
Smooth.
It's very good.
And for my second action, I'm going to judge opponent on number 2 to see what kind of powers that pilot's got.
Okay.
I know it's not super cool, but
Considering Bruno's avatar state, that actually is really super cool. This would be a
That is
tough
super
decision
cool.
if I was in chat right now.
Saving his life.
The offense or saving the life of an avatar. I mean, they're both viable. Of course, you know she's still going to get a chance to do it even if she doesn't get voted. So you guys have heard it. All of them viable options. We have offense, we have saving an avatar's life. And of course, everyone's still going to attempt to do these things.
I should have jumped off of something and done a flip, but
everyone is still going to attempt to do these things no matter what.
Vote 12.
I vote 12.
Wow, those are some intensive rule of cool actions.
He's very...
Yikes. Sorry, dude, I think you're dead anyway.
Yeah, it looks like that people aren't trying to save Dick Ramsbottom very much.
They want to take out the pilots. They're going to help us with the battle.
It's okay.
That's it.
I've never accused Chad of being long-sighted.
Wow.
Wow. Getting a little snarky.
I mean, you're still going to try.
It's not being snarky.
No, everyone's still going to try what they're doing.
Right.
That is not.
I still might be able to maybe pull it off.
Oh, he can come back and be friends with Arthur.
But luckily, because of that, we still have a show.
That's true.
Like, if they could...
Or if they bleed crash can see that. Fair.
It's true.
I have no idea why.
I am genuinely curious to see how this one turns out.
I feel
It
like
seemed as though they were very much meta gaming. Trying to get a tie going there and trying to get both to succeed, which is if you can pull that one off.
Ramsbottom shafted again.
Yeah, usually Ramsbottom's giving the shaft. This time he's giving the shaft.
Don't worry, I'll remember
whatever
you as
Jane
the
wants.
stiff you were, not the stiff you soon will be.
But he should still be good for a couple hours. Right?
Oh God!
as long as her grandfather's still operating it.
Oh!
All right, the pilots go home.
Oh, kicking pilots home, hopefully painfully. I like that. Almost. That was looks like a landslide victory.
Yep.
So let's start with the not successes first. And I'm just going to go ahead and start, even though we did things in a weird way. I really want to see how this turns out before we
Yeah.
see
Well,
how
that
this
Oh,
turns out.
100%.
First action, right? So.
Yeah, I don't actually have the skill necessary to do this. That would be a sorcery thing, I guess.
It will be a power usage in your case, but it's going to be a nice hefty penalty beyond the usual -5.
Goody goody gumdrops. Sorry, bro.
Are you using a? You're using a.
I don't
Oh, you
need.
don't
I don't need to use a clarity. I'm using the best dice I've got available.
Got the best die
It's
here?
just not going to be enough.
Now you can avoid the hefty additional penalty beyond the -5 by using your buff, because you have a hacksaw.
Oh,
You can access your sorcery skill to use that instead of taking a penalty to your power usage score, but you're still going to be at the -5.
I don't have a sorcery skill.
I know, but you'll be able to use the sorcery skill of Zeus as opposed to your power usage skill. So it's your choice how you want to
I'm
do
just doing it the old-fashioned way.
it. All right.
I got a 10.
The penalty of 5 already puts that at a 15. What's your power usage score?
18.
18.
Sorry, bud.
Penalty of 3 for using sorcery. We have dead on the money.
So he might still be dead.
Right.
Find out.
We'll find out. And then for the judge opponent, number 2, whose real name is, he hates using
I've got a buff. I've got a Patreon buff. I'm going to use it right now.
using it right now.
Oh, there you go.
That will succeed.
Here we go.
Okay, thank you, chat, for that one. Number 2, real name Vincent Vincenzo.
Vincent Vincenzo.
Hates his name. That's why he's number 2. Is currently
Third
piloted
angle
by a
name.
meta
I'm happy to
pilot.
put another V in.
That meta pilot has powers over magnetism and electromagnetic fields.
Neat. I'll make sure I'm standing close to him.
And then we will go to hitting guy with lots of other guys. Oh, and by the way, your healing power's back on.
Excellent. So what checks would you like me to
Well, I'm going to need athletics first for the grappling, and then we're going to start doing some...
beat it by 6.
Beating by 6. With a penalty of 5, that makes it beating it by 1. His dodge bonus, however, is 8. So you're not going to be able to grab him with that first attempt. You still have multiple attacks, and you were intending to do multiple actions. So I'm going to need another attack action from you. This is also athletics.
Okay.
Still at the -5. So you need a success margin of 13 to succeed.
Okay. Can I make it an action hero check instead of an athletics check? In that case, I'm going to use the last action hero super ability. Because while I'm not on death's door, the avatar that I'm piloting is an auto succeed.
What is last action hero so the folks at home know?
Last action hero, when I'm death's door, Bruno can auto succeed on 1 action hero check.
So you are able to grab the slippery, slimy, fast-moving bugger, and then now you're into fighting checks to swing him. So this first one's going to get a -7 to hit the first person.
And beat it by 10.
Beat it by 10. You are able to hit the doctor. And then we're still going to be at -7 for swinging at number 2.
Second one, beat it by 12.
Beat it by 12. You are able to hit both of them. Neither are critical successes, but it still hits them. It seems to have almost no effect on the doctor when you hit him. Though it does knock number 2 to the ground. It is quite a substantial blow to his body. And the person you're holding on to is kind of limp in your hands. Then we will go
Which is not what you're used to at all.
I was waiting for someone.
Somebody had to say it.
I know. Then we will go to the auto succeed on the James card. Now, a lot of this stuff is, of course, automatically successful, and the use of your buff to target them all. You are able to hit all of them, whether you kick them clean from the body or not. Remains to be seen.
Oh.
You are attempting to do
You're basically system shocking each of them. Knocking them completely out of an avatar is a overload skill.
And in this case, you do happen to quite easily kick the avatar out of General Cassius from the in the hands of Bruno. His avatar was dead already, so kicking him out was not difficult. And you are able to kick the avatar out of the technician in the rear of the room. And you are able to kick the pilot out of the avatar of Dr. Ivan Stanovich as well, leaving only number 2 still piloted.
Okay.
As an avatar.
And he's the one I knocked down.
And he was knocked down.
That's good.
Down.
And before we go into the second round, he will act as the only remaining meta-pilot from 742. He produces a device from his pocket and presses a button on it.
Yes, he does.
You are familiar with Baron Bad's device he'd been carrying. It's for his real threat after he was going to dispose of Agent Blonde was going to be threaten England with a nuclear warhead strike, as you have stolen a nuclear missile and have it here on the island, and he just launched it.
Right.
Oh, great.
Unfortunately, what he didn't realize is that I had a failsafe built into that device. Unless he flicks the trigger part of it underneath first, which he didn't even know was there by sliding the panel up. A poison dart is going to shoot him basically right in the neck.
And do you read where that comes from on there?
Yeah. I've got a ability for Baron Bad called One Step Ahead of You. Once per session, single circumstance, trap, escape route, or secret weapon is prepared ahead of time. Cannot be activated without explaining how he was one step ahead of you the whole time. Just done. Sorry, number 2, but once again, you are not number 1. Because that would be me. I'm not good at the evil speeches so much, but anyway,
And you have poisoned his avatar with a lethal dose of toxin, which sends the body immediately into seizures.
Oops.
And this combat is over. No missile launched.
Okay.
Nicely done. Not a single meta pilot from 742 remains here.
Thank God he tried to use a secret weapon right there.
As that avatar dies, he is propelled back to his own metaverse.
I may have shot myself in the foot just there.
Mm-hmm.
By shooting him in the chest with a dart.
No.
Neck.
The
Neck.
terrible poison that he just ingested is just water.
Oh
because
no!
I turned all the poison.
Oh,
through.
not viper
No,
poison.
viper
Oh,
poison.
my God.
Okay.
That's a
Different kind of
neurotoxin
poison.
that was in there.
Oh,
There you
You
go.
needed an immediate lethal effect on the controller as opposed to the slow, agonizing death that you wanted Jane Blonde to have by being bitten to death by poisonous vipers.
well, you know,
You know what else can be
You wanted
slow
time
and
to glow.
agonizing?
at least that's just a once per session ability.
I think let's fast forward about 2 days. London,
Oh, wow.
England. Agent Blonde is bringing Bad in. He's got to go to prison for his crimes, of course.
Look, Bad. Don't think of it as prison. Think of it as detainment. No, it's prison. I'm sorry.
But along the
Will
way,
you ever visit?
Oh, I'll come once and again.
along the way, a brand new opened Joe's Diner happens to be right here in London.
Oh, we should check this place out.
I suppose we
And
could
I
get
believe
a
Chris
man
has
his
something
last
in mind.
meal.
Oh, do I?
Mm-hmm.
You have what?
Is it something I wrote down?
No, you planned this ahead a while ago.
Right, but it's been weeks and I've been in a play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's your clue.
Yeah, that's right. I already knew that. Just about the, it's about the wheres, not the whens, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we've got to take a little bit of a trip.
Down memory lane?
Exactly that.
Tell me more.
Somebody misses you?
Who misses me?
Well,
Blue streak.
she notices that you're gone because she can't feel your emotions. Let's go home.
Let's go home.
Hey everybody, that's all the time we have for today's episode of Masters of the Metaverse. Make sure you join us here next week when we do it again. Don't forget, we've got our Zoe Game Night on Thursdays here at 6 p.m. Pacific. We've got Audio Dungeon that we host here on Wednesdays at 5:30, and Table Ticks Friday at 11, all Pacific time. And you can also catch some of our great stuff on the Fantasy Network. You should check that out. We love you all. Thank you. Good night. See you next time.
Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse. They travel through time and space and stuff. Troll them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse. Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse.